It's recording.
Sweet.
What's up, Justin? I'm Tommy. You've never met, but I know about you from following you on your in your pro career.
Yeah.
So
And I'm Justin as well. And we've met a couple times actually over the year. I met you at North Americans when you were prepping your military buddy Mike, I think is his name.
Uh, which one? Are you talking about Mike Taylor?
Yeah, I think so. Big.
Oh man, that's been a while ago. So that's you're talking about 2014, 2015 range, right? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Mike and he was so close and then that was it, man. I
He
think
was
he
a
had a couple injuries
boss.
right after that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I've been up that way a long time. So yeah, I was up in Syracuse, New York. That's where I got my
Okay.
like bodybuilding career. And
I
actually,
got you.
we I knew of you through like mutual friends because of who you were dating at the time.
Oh
She
boy,
was an
was
IFBB pro.
Amy?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got you.
yeah, yeah. So I knew like Chris Przybilla, who coached me. I don't know if you remember him. Um,
Yes, that sounds very familiar.
yeah, he took pro card at North Americans like 2012 or something.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
but yeah,
Wait a minute. Chris was not the same I know the name. That's not this that wasn't her ex, was it?
I don't think so. I think they were
Okay.
friends. I don't know. I don't
Definitely not
remember
the same
how much it
one
is.
because then it would have burned into my memory on I wasn't I'm gonna skip the story time on that, but I was just thinking like, oh, that guy's an asshole. He's a real asshole.
He was a nice
Yeah.
enough guy. He's like he's got to be like 5'4",
No,
5'5", pretty big.
I know what Chris you're talking about. It's not the same.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
took me a second. I actually haven't heard his name in probably like 7 to 10 years as well. It's been a while.
It's been a long time. Yeah, I should reach out to him and see what he's doing. I'm sure he's just chilling. He was getting out of the bodybuilding scene back 10 years ago. So, but,
I got you.
but yeah.
Oh, hi Justin. We talked this morning on WhatsApp. Fuck. We're just waiting for Ferg to get on.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was
Wait,
everybody's
was
Sunday?
he just on a second ago, or did we miss him?
Yeah, he had to just come
Yeah.
back. He had to leave and come
Okay,
back.
got you. I got you.
Did you end up getting the bike?
I didn't buy it today, but I actually think I am going to go ahead and buy it. The only thing I could see is it needs a tire, so I'm probably going to tell the kid to come down just a little bit on the price because it needs a tire. And the other thing is the neutral light is it stays on all the time. But I've also been told a lot of people do this on, well, not just R1s, but they do it on a lot of bikes in general. Is if you splice that wire and you make it hot all the time, it tricks the bike thinking it's neutral. And I don't
yeah,
know how this works because it ain't ever going to benefit me, but I guess it'll override the speed limiter because I
Hmm.
think they shut off or they top out like 187. Dude, I'm not gonna be doing no 187 anytime soon. So I mean, if mechanically, I've got a friend of mine who's going to go down with me and hopefully take a look at it. If he gives me the green light on it, I'm probably going to go ahead and buy it. I
Okay.
mean, the only thing I'll do to it in due time, that is I don't know if you guys are familiar with bikes and stuff, but like with the R1, I want to say it was like 2003, 2004 range. If you're in first or second gear and you just rip it, even though your throttle is pinned wide open, it actually doesn't allow your throttle valve. I think it closes. It's got it closed like 60% until you reach 8,000 RPMs, and then it opens it all the way up.
Okay.
So essentially, what that does, it's a safety thing because if you have someone that don't know how to ride and you put them on an R1 or a CBR 1000 or a Gixxer 1000, and they're in first gear and they're running say 15 or 20 miles an hour, and they just rip it, and they don't know what's about to happen. that bike's going to go this way, their body's going to go that.
Yeah.
For sure.
If you know, like just me driving it around, it kind of brought back some memories a little bit because I mean, I said I've owned one before. It's not my first one, and being able to just hit it in first gear, you know, knowing you can go almost 100 miles an hour in first gear.
Wow.
Nope, not for me.
No.
Yeah, not for me. Not yet, at least.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
Have you always been into bikes?
Yeah, I've had them since I started out on a dirt bike when I was a kid, and then
Okay.
that eventually progressed. I got my first actual motorcycle. I learned to ride on something that was way, way too fast. It was not a beginner motorcycle.
Hmm.
I did a lot of research on it. Most people will start with like a 250. The dealers always recommend the 250 because they know when you buy that 250, you're going to come right back in there in 2 to 3 months, and you're going to
Yeah.
want to trade it. You're going to want to
Sure.
upgrade. So they want essentially they're selling you two bikes.
Right.
So I think the ideal starter bike is a 600. If you've never been on one, if you're looking for the sport bike, that is. Of course,
Yeah.
now there's like R3, R7. You know, there's different levels to it nowadays. But back then, you basically had your 600 and your 1000. Suzuki made a 750, and they also made, of course, the Hayabusa, and then the ZX14, which I stayed away from both of those because they're just ugly bikes, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Mm,
Like, I don't really like the look of them, but they are faster. And that's for, if you're not going to drag race, there's really no reason to have one of those. Because if
right.
you try to put a Hayabusa in a curve, the 600 will leave his ass.
Yeah.
Easy. But otherwise, I mean, yeah, I started out riding on a CBR 954, and that's way too much bike for someone that doesn't know how to ride.
It's a lot of bike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I basically, but I was smart, or at least I think I was smart. I'm alive and I'm alive and unharmed from that bike
Yeah.
today. I respected it because the moment that you don't respect that, it's going to catch your ass.
Sure.
Like I made sure that like when I would test the waters, there's like nothing anywhere near in front of me, behind me, left or right, because you don't realize how quickly the speed will pick up. Somebody pulls out in front of you, game over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, people is like, well, I'll sue you. Well, okay, cool. Well, what good is $20 million if you don't have your legs anymore?
Yeah, sure.
Like there is not any amount of money that you're going to be able to put on your arm or your leg or, you know, being
Yeah.
paralyzed or shit like that. So, like, I just want to stay away from other drivers. Like where I
Right.
live and what I'm planning on using it for the commute, I don't expect to see a lot of cars. But let's just say I lived in Miami. Hell no. No, I would not own a motorcycle in Miami at all. It would not be safe.
Yeah.
It'd probably be stolen too.
Yeah.
What? What'd
Probably
you
be
say?
stolen.
I said it'd probably be.
Yeah, I mean, you park it in a parking lot and you're going to come back and it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that, or you just have inconsiderate people that'll bump into it and knock it over and stuff like that. So it's pain in the
Yeah.
ass. Like I wouldn't like I something I actually think about is like there's a few accessories that I'd like to add, and I'm like, well, these accessories, someone could just walk right up and just grab the shit and just take it. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I was like, no, leave it stock.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Better that way.
Where are you at? Port St. Lucie?
Yeah, Port St. Lucie.
Where do you train at down there?
I just recently started. I'm going to like the community center gym.
Oh, okay.
Like it's actually not bad, but I do it for a reason. We have a lot
Yeah.
of gyms in this area. Like we have a shitload of gyms here. But
Yeah.
like my thing is, so I want something that's close. When I was still competing, dude, I would drive an hour and a half. I would drive 2 hours
Yeah.
one way to a gym if it had one piece of equipment that I wanted.
Yeah.
I would drive that far.
Wow.
But now it's like I did it several times actually. So I won't do that anymore. Like
Right.
if it's more than a 15 to 20 minute drive, I'm not going to do it. But
Yeah.
so like the gyms that are really close, you know, we've got Crunch, and you can't work out at Crunch.
No,
I mean,
it's packed
it's literally,
any time of the day, right?
it's a
Anytime
playground
it's
for
packed.
kids.
Yeah.
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 Like it doesn't matter if it's 8 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock at night. Like I did sign up for a membership there when it first opened, and I was ready to quit the very first day. And I actually brought it up to them at the front desk, and they said, "Oh, it was a 3-month contract." And I'm like, "Oh, I remember signing a contract, but
Yeah,
So
they
they kind
teach you
of
on
literally,
those.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
was
do
like,
that.
okay. But the reason I had to quit was because after a couple of days, I walked in, I was like, I can't even alter my schedule. I can't alter my plan because I can't use anything without waiting on it. Like, I mean, every single machine, every
Yeah,
rack, every
Yeah,
bar, all of it.
Yeah.
And usually it's somebody just sitting there on their ass
on
on
their
their
phone.
phone.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, not to mention, like a couple of the personal trainers, I can't believe they had the nerve to do this as well. Because, like, a lot of those trainers are not, I don't think they're getting paid by the hour. I think they get
No,
paid
it's
like
all
by the
commission.
client.
no,
It's by commission. Yeah.
So their job is they go around and they kind of solicit themselves in the gym.
Yeah.
And I literally had like, as a young kid, come up and want to like tell me how I should be training. I was like, I mean, this kid was like fresh out of high school, and
yeah,
I just looked at him and I'm like, I don't want to be a total dick because I know he's trying to make money, but it's
Right.
Yeah.
like I'm by far the biggest guy in this gym, and I have
Mhm.
yeah.
forgotten more knowledge than all the trainers in here combined ever going to know. I was like, you really you picked the wrong guy to solicit yourself to.
Right.
So I just told him I was like, I'm not interested. Now, if he wanted to press the issue, I probably would have been like, hey, if you have a top 10 Olympia appearance, then you can come to me and train me. But until then, sit down.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But no, I mean, there's Planet Fitness. It's not any different. There's Revive and Raw, which
Yeah.
those are like your premium gyms in this area.
Okay.
Raw is about a 30. With no traffic, I can do it in about 25.
Okay.
With traffic, it can sometimes be 30 to 40 minutes. And I just don't like fighting the traffic to go where I got to go. And there's
Fair.
literally nothing else over there. So it's like, I mean, I guess technically, like the St. Lucie shooting range is nearby. I mean, if I want to go have a range day, but I don't want to
Yeah.
have a range day 3 times a week because that's going to be an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and you can imagine me riding around,
With a gun.
St. Lucie with a motorcycle and a rifle or something strapped to my back. That's going to look real good,
Yeah.
right? But we do have a guy. There is one person here. And he's, I guess, what you call him, an auditor, like like a constitutional auditor, what they like to call themselves. The
Right.
guys who press the limits with the police, but
Mhm.
just because they can.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very much like pro gun, but I'm kind of anti open carry. I
Yeah.
don't like the
Yeah.
idea of open carry, and that's what we have here in Florida. I know Alex is in
I,
Florida. Are you guys in Florida?
yeah, we're both in Florida.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah.
So you very rarely see someone actually open carrying a pistol or a rifle. But
Correct.
like I've seen
Rarely.
it, but we do have a guy that walks around in St. Lucie and he has like an AR strapped across his shoulder,
Yeah,
like
that's
a little
sketchy.
like a little yeah, and then he's got like a little submachine gun and he's got a pistol on his hip. He just walks around like that. Because the reason he
Yeah.
does that is he knows that people are going to call the police on him. And
Yeah.
when they
Yeah.
call the police show up. You
Yeah.
cannot tell him what you can't say what he's doing is wrong. You can't fine him. You can't give him a citation. And to the best of my knowledge, you cannot even ID him. You
Mm.
Oh
cannot
wow.
because the thing is, if you're a pedestrian and you're walking down the street, if a cop approaches you and says, "Hey, can I get your ID?" You can look at him and say, "What crime have I committed, or what crime do you suspect me of
Right.
committing?"
Yeah.
And if there's no crime committed and there's no suspicion there, he doesn't get your ID. It's not the same as when you're driving your vehicle. If you have a vehicle infraction, you have to provide your license.
Right.
If he stops you legally, anyways. But
True.
like just walking down the street, you can't even take his ID because in Florida it's open carry, so like he literally has not broken any laws, but he's waiting for that one
Yeah.
cop to do it, and then he's going to slap the lawsuit on him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm very pro gun, but I'm kind of anti open carry because I feel like that's opening the door. No one's gonna mess with this dude. That's
Yeah,
for
sure.
sure. But like you got an old guy with a gun on his hip. It's like you're walking around Sam's Club. Someone could easily just walk in behind you and grab that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
It kind of invites people to like start like messing with you. You know, like
Yes.
why would you do
yeah,
that?
I would never want it to be exposed.
Mm-mm. Nope. Yeah, I've seen like a video of like a kid at a gas station and he's paying for something and he's got a pistol in the back of his pants and these like three dudes come in and one just pulls it out of the back of his pants. He's like, "Give me that back." Like, bro, Like,
Yeah,
it is now. You know what I mean?
you're not getting it back down.
Nope.
And I mean, the way I look at it is that from like the eyes of a criminal's perspective, my old college roommates, they went to school for criminology. I went to school for engineering, and we'd kind of share some ideas. Not that anybody wants to hear about engineering, because the first 3 years of engineering is math. That's it. But with criminology, I was somewhat interested. And basically, to sum it up, your courses is like learn to think like a criminal. Put yourself in the shoes and think like a criminal. Like that's essentially what you're doing.
Right.
And from a criminal's perspective, like if I was homeless, I have nothing to lose, and I'm starving and I'm hungry, and I see this guy with a gun, I'm not going to walk up and grab the gun. I may walk up and like punch him in the back of the head or something, and then take his gun away. He can't defend himself, and then I'm just going to run away with the gun.
Yeah.
So it's like I just see that as a very bad scenario. Now you've got that gun in the wrong hands.
Right.
Yeah.
But now back to the whole gym thing. I would probably do Raw. I've never actually trained at the Revive location. But a lot of the content that you guys see me posting is especially the ones where it's kind of black in the background. You guys probably know it's Raw because you guys have probably been there.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that where you're doing like your condemned stuff right now?
Okay.
Yeah, that's where Caleb's familiar with the gym. I'm familiar with the gym. We know the lighting is good. Nobody ever bothers us in there. So like everyone, that's the one positive perk about that gym that most gyms don't have is most of the people that goes there all have the same mindset.
Yeah.
Like you have real athletes, real bodybuilders, real whatever they are, whatever field they're in. They're not there to talk. They're not there to sit on their phone. They're not there to mingle and network. Sure, some of them do videos, which I don't give a shit. Shoot all the videos you want. You can get me in. You can not get me in. I don't care. I'm not one of those people that's going to get upset about that. I'm not 85-year-old man just complaining on it. That'd be different, with the videos like Joey Swole calls people out on, because Joey's right, because those people act stupid. But like, you can film in there and it's cool. It's a nice environment, but again, it's a 30 to 40-minute drive. It's just kind of like
It's a little bit of a drive. Yeah.
And it is kind of like there's nothing else around it for sure.
No, if you didn't, that's why I call it like the girl that worked the front desk. The last time I was in there, she spoke to me for a few minutes because I was waiting on Caleb to get there, or he was already there, but I was waiting on him to come up front.
Yeah.
But I was kind of talking to her, and I said, "Well, this is a destination gym." And she didn't really know what the term destination gym, what I meant by that. But I was like, this gym, if people didn't specifically want to go to this gym, it would be out of business.
Yeah.
But it's because of the equipment that's in there, because the supplement company, the branding behind it, and the atmosphere environment, people will literally drive in the middle of nowhere because they have no signage advertising.
Right.
Then it looks like an old warehouse building. You can't see it from the road. It's not visible to people. And the only reason I know how important that is because I was looking into doing my own. I was going to do an Anytime Fitness here in Port St. Lucie, but the rent price is you're looking at about $20,000 a month to rent 5,000 square feet.
Wow!
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's one of the most expensive places in the United States for commercial property right now.
That's crazy.
5,000 square foot. Yeah,
5,000 square foot is $20,000 and up, and it's continuing. They were wanting to do a 3% annual increase per year with a 5-year contract, and there's triple net fees on top of that. So you're actually looking at probably like $21,000 to $23,000 a month. Like so, when you crunch your numbers on that, like I saw how much the business has the capacity to make, and I'm like, okay, I'm in my head, I was thinking I'm going to pay between like $5,000 to $10,000 a month. I'm like, okay, here's how much money I could be making, then take $5,000 to $10,000 a month off of it, and of course, you've got a P&L chart for like employees or expenses and all that. So I'm looking at this, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool at $5,000 to $10,000 a month. But when you start talking $20,000 to $25,000 a month, it's like I'm not going to invest all because it's a lot of money to get it started. Like it's a very significant amount of money because you got to go in, get the place, do the permitting and all that, and then because the equipment's only around 100 to 150,000, it's the other stuff that's very expensive to get it started. So like if I'm going to put all that money into it, I'm not going to be working for 80 to 100 grand a year. Like it's just not going to happen. Like I know some guys that work at the St. Lucie power plant. I can walk in right off the street because I have an engineering degree. I can make 150 and up. Like,
Yeah.
and then when I go home, I don't got to worry about, is my employees doing their job? Is everything safe
Yeah.
there? Do I need to check up on anything? No, I clock in, I clock out. So like if I can't make twice that much, I'm not interested in starting it. Like it's just, for me to like run a storefront business and trying to say it's going to make less than 100 grand, why would I do that? That wouldn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like I said, when you got the landlord that's taking, essentially like say from $8,000 to $22,000, that's 14 grand difference. $14,000 times 12 months. That dude's taking 100 and was it almost $170,000 of your money extra in rent. I was like, nah, I'm good.
It's a lot. This is a lot.
Like I have no idea what they pay at Raw, but obviously, like with Raw, they rent the warehouse, and I would find it really odd if like they're breaking even off the gym itself. But again, the warehouse and everything is there.
Yeah.
And not to mention, because that is a I don't even know, maybe I can say multi-billion-dollar company now.
Yeah.
Like
Probably.
sales and
Yeah, 'cause
whatnot.
they started with
So I
Walmart.
mean, even if they lose 5 or 7 grand a month, it's tax
Nothing.
write-off. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It'll offset your taxes on the other money that you're making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're worried about that either.
Yeah. They're not worried about, rent fees at a gym at a place like that.
Yeah, for sure. What's up, James?
What's going on? Sorry about that.
No,
Our
you're
freezer
all right.
stopped working and the meat started
Oh no.
unthawing. I guess it was open since this morning, so I was trying to get it
Ooh.
going again.
It's way more important. Food is way more.
Yeah, sorry.
100%.
Yeah.
Especially for you right now.
Yeah, a lot of fish, chicken, and beef I stocked up on. And I was like, fuck. But we're good. Should be all good.
How many weeks out now?
11 and 12. Well, 12.
How much do you have in the freezer?
I probably got 100 pounds of fish and then 50 pounds of beef and probably 80 to 100 pounds of chicken in there.
So like,
Yeah.
it's worth
And
it.
then,
That's a lot to have to lose.
You fucking
Yeah, like
stocked
8
up,
bags of
dude.
shrimp. I did. When I find the deals, I do. And then I didn't think, all of a sudden I went out in the garage and I saw water running. I was like,
Yeah.
That's not good.
no.
I had a similar story that really sucked. It sucked a little worse than yours because I didn't catch it. I've actually got a total of 4 freezers at my house.
Oh shit.
Obviously, as a guy who fishes all the time,
Yep.
I've got one that's specifically for ice that I keep it stocked up. I've got one that's specifically for bait because I don't mix my bait with my other food. But then I've got one that is strictly for fish, and then I've got the one here in the freezer. Well, the idiots who wired my house, they have too many things on one breaker.
Oh, no.
I didn't realize it, but something kicked that breaker. I don't know what kicked it, but I remember going out there and opening my freezer, and it's just all water. I'm like,
yeah, fuck, all 3 of them.
yep. I was like, yeah, that's probably like $800 to $1,000 with a snapper sitting right there in that freezer.
Oh shit.
Jeez.
Yeah, stuff that I didn't pay for it directly because I caught it myself. But I mean, I paid for the fuel in the boat to go get it, and the time, and the fact that I was looking forward to eating it. It wasn't a good day for me.
No.
Right. How often do you go fishing?
As often as I can.
Yeah.
Just to be fair, that's probably my biggest hobby that I actually have. I mean, if I lived over where you guys are at in the Gulf side, I'd probably be out like 4 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys got a lot. When it's like running like 5 to 6s over here, I kind of laugh at a lot of the boys that fish over there. They're like, "Oh man, it's 3.5 foot waves." I'm like, "No, 4 footers."
Yeah.
So, oh, you got a 20-mile-an-hour wind. I'm like, so.
Yeah.
But like that's like rougher for the Gulf side. We just embrace the pain and go with it.
Right.
Yeah, I just live on the carbon, so in November we'll hit the kings and silvers when they come up behind the house.
You what?
Well,
James is in Washington.
Yeah, I'm in Washington, so I live on the carbon, and so there's a lot of kings and silvers that come up in November. So that's why I go out there and all.
I got you. Yeah. So you go get your own?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I've never really done anything like salmon fishing like that. On the flip side, though, maybe it would be different if I caught my own. I was never a fan of like just regular like pan cooked or only salmon I've ever had that I truly enjoyed was smoked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Alaska one time, and some of the locals had given me some of the I think it was the king salmon
Mhm.
that
Yep.
they had done. And like everyone that gave it to me, it was a completely different because everybody has their own little recipe that they like to do.
Mhm.
I was like, man, I could actually live off of this. But the stuff you buy from the store, not the same.
Not even
No.
close. Yeah. Yeah, because like on the Puyallup River, there's a bunch of pinks. So that's when we catch a bunch of those and we'll smoke those.
Okay, yeah, the pinks. They told me when I was talking to the locals there, they considered it dog food, and they said they
Yeah.
would literally catch it, throw it up on the bank, and just kill it, and just let the dogs or coyotes eat it. And I'm like, I mean, I don't know about that, but I would let it go if I'm not going to utilize it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, any of the pinks, we just smoke them up here.
Yeah, I mean, I would give it a shot. I mean, I'm always down to try things.
Yeah.
You make fish dip out of it, the worst case scenario.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't screw that up just because there's so many different seasonings and whatnot in there. As long as you have fish meat, it doesn't really matter where it comes from.
Right.
Yep. And I'm sweating from moving all that shit. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, that's your cardio for you, bud.
Yeah. A little bonus action.
So you said you're 11 and 12 out right now?
Yeah. I'm gonna do a show that's a week before that's local, just because, and see if there's anything we can change.
And then hopefully 13, right? Because
Hopefully.
stand next to the machine for your pro debut in Tampa.
Oh shit! Yeah,
That'd be
that's
awesome.
Yeah.
I just gotta check these other boxes first.
I know.
Is
Boxes.
is it North Americans or Masters that you're doing?
I'm gonna do USA's.
Oh, USA's okay. Well, that would make sense because Tampa's always been historically
Yeah.
like right behind that.
Yeah.
Joe's doing that one, right? Is that his first one
Tampa. Yeah.
Yeah,
this year? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dude, he looked.
I'm really curious. I don't know who the big hitters that's going to be doing that show is. And when it comes to Joe doing that show, I mean, obviously we're going to win. That's the objective. But there's one guy that's not qualified yet. You guys, you're going to name him before I say it.
Hunter.
There's one guy that's not
Yeah.
qualified that needs to qualify that I think he might show up and he's going to be a problem.
Nick or Hunter?
Yeah, it was Nick. I don't know. I don't know what Hunter's doing. I don't know. And Nick's not made any like.
No,
He's
he
like
hasn't.
been kind of quiet as to like where his next move is and what he's going to do.
But that's who everyone wants to see next to each other, though. Is Joe
And
and
you
Nick.
guys are kind of froze on my end. Okay, you're good.
Good.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone wants to see Nick and Joe next to each other, though.
Yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
interesting. Like a lot of people try to compare the two. I would like to see them side by side just to see how well they actually do compare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about from a structural standpoint, they do have a lot of the same strengths and also a lot of the same weaknesses as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe just might be a little wider.
Oh, I think he is just wider.
He's
His shoulders are.
Yeah.
he's one of those guys in person that like when you see him, that's when you can appreciate how big that he actually is. I mean, yeah, he looks big on Instagram, but like, for example, people want to talk about like his shoulders. He just simply has big shoulders. I can tell you for a fact there's nothing in the shoulders because like when he's hitting certain poses, when you can see deep striations and feathering in there,
Yeah.
that's not jimmied up or anything. That's clean muscle. Like, I don't ask him where he pins. That's not like
Right.
I literally
Yeah,
don't ask that question,
Yeah.
but I can spot stuff a mile away. And like nowadays, like we live in a time like when you get to a certain size level, you're going to have capped shoulders. Like unless you just have the worst genetics on the planet, you're going to have capped shoulders. But when people see a capped shoulder, like, oh, you're putting something in your delts. I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, that's why I just ignore white noise from people that don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But no, his
I did
shoulders are
see.
bigger. His, I think his back, I don't know. It's kind of a trade-off because Nick's got a hell of a back.
Yeah.
Nick's got bigger traps than him, that's for sure, on the traps.
The
Arms,
lats.
I don't know if anyone has bigger arms than Nick right now.
No, I don't
Like,
think so.
that would go to him. But when it comes to quads, overall, I'm gonna say Nick probably, like, if hypothetically, if you were to like cut a leg off and put it on a scale, Nick's probably
Yeah.
weighs a little bit more, but
Sure.
I think Joe has a little bit better shape about it than him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And rounder.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
I
saw
still
Joe,
think they have a lot of the same strengths and a lot of the same weaknesses. So I'm curious to see, and eventually the day will come, whether it happens in Tampa or whether it happens at the Olympia. I think it'll happen.
Yeah. No, I did see Joe in Dallas recently, and this is the first time seeing him in person. He was very big in person. He was one of the most impressive guys that weekend that I saw there. Him and Jordan, I'd say were the most impressive out of all the pros that were there.
Jordan's also another guy that I feel like that you have to see him in person.
Yeah,
Because
he's tall too.
That's what I was going to say. Like, his pictures, he's very aesthetically pleasing, but there's nothing that just says, holy shit, he's huge.
Yeah.
But then when you see him in person, you realize how big his frame is. It's I'm trying to think of someone else to describe it to, but I really don't know how to describe. I don't know anyone else I can compare him to. But he's a very large guy in person.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, him and Joe are definitely the biggest that weekend. Just like walking around, like in the gym training, like they're the biggest for sure.
Yeah, I think that's Jordan's. That's kind of like his hometown gym now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe and Paul are out there a lot, but they don't live in Texas. Not yet, anyways.
They live where, in LA or something?
Yeah. They were originally thinking about moving to Texas, and I don't know if that's still. I'm sure it still runs through their mind. I mean, it's half the price to live out there. It's a much different environment.
Yeah. It's a big bodybuilding hotspot right now, it seems
Oh,
like, too.
100%.
Like everyone's moving there.
I feel like
that's
Joe
something
talks a lot
I
about
don't-
Vegas too, though. Is Vegas on
Vegas,
his?
Florida.
Yeah.
Texas.
You ever thinking about moving to Vegas? Because like he talks about training in Vegas a lot.
Who? Joe?
Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He likes Vegas a lot, but if I'm not mistaken, I think Ashley has family in Vegas. He's there quite a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
When it comes to like bodybuilding hotspots and stuff, like, I never was one to kind of hop on board with that. But like, you'll see people move. Like, all of a sudden, everybody's training in LA, and everybody's training in Vegas.
Yeah.
Now they're training in Texas, or New York, or like even Port St. Lucie at one point was a hot spot for bodybuilding.
Yeah. When like Raw first came about. Yeah.
People were moving here for it. And I'm like, you guys are literally uprooting your whole lives to like. I look at it like this: I don't need. And nobody should need. If you're at an elite level and you really want it, you don't need motivation. You don't need environment. You can make it work. Like the very first show that I ever won, I trained in a gym that did not have a barbell in it. There were no barbells in the gym, none. And I won an open show, not an open pro show, but I won my first local overall training in that gym.
Wow.
So, I mean, you don't really need the environment if you know how to utilize what's around you. It's nice. I didn't say it wasn't nice, but you don't need it. Like, I'm not going to pack up my shit and go halfway across the country just because all the other guys do. I mean, moving is something I consider more permanent. Maybe not for some people, but it's permanent for me. And I just wouldn't want to move. And then after like 3 years, all the hype dies, and then everybody leaves. Now you're still there.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of people have already left Florida.
Yeah.
Well,
The ones that moved here like a few years ago. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
that's what
I
I
wish
meant,
the
yeah.
regular population would follow them and go as well.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen, but yeah. Hopefully.
It's not. I wish they would.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people are moving to like the Tampa St. Pete area though.
It's
Well,
growing.
that's like it's another thing. They're moving for the bodybuilding. You know, Lunsford opened his gym. It's like the hot spot for everyone to train at now.
Right.
You know how it goes.
Well, a lot of businesses
why
are
I
moving
said-
too, especially from the West Coast, because all the taxation over here, and they don't have to pay it there.
Yeah, when California started talking about their wealth tax and all that stuff, they have no idea how much they hurt their own state and their own people, because like when big businesses leave, that means you're not, you want to talk about increasing their taxes. Well,
You
when they
just,
completely pull out, now you're getting no taxes from them, but not to mention probably hundreds of thousands of people without jobs.
yep.
So like you've just screwed everything up by getting greedy. And not to mention California is definitely the greediest state when it comes to that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Washington's like, oh man,
Washington's
it
not
works
much
so
better.
good. Yeah, they're
You
like,
guys are like
California
number
did it
two.
must work. Yeah, it's terrible.
That's where I came from. I was born and raised in San Diego. I moved out to Florida like during COVID when
Okay.
everything was like shut down. So
And all that big business, man, all those buildings and high rises and everything, that's what my work, being a steam fitter, that's bread and butter, all the big contracts. And so if that big
Yeah.
money leaves, it just trickles down everywhere.
Yep.
yeah.
The good thing
They
about
vote.
what you do, Ferg, though, is you could up move doing what you're doing everywhere, man.
Yeah.
You can go to Texas and they're building gigantic buildings out there, bro. You could do
Yep.
whatever. You have a skill, which is nice.
Yeah, you would be able to find work. It sucks that you kind of got uprooted if it came down to that.
Yeah, you just where you're already established, it's hard to just go. It's not
Yeah.
hard to
Yeah.
start over. It's just, you get comfortable.
Yeah.
It's annoying. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
What
People
made
always
you
want their
move to
AC and their heat.
Florida?
So.
Justin, what made you move to Port St. Lucie?
Back to the original conversation that well, not the original, but one of the first things that we were talking about was like fishing and stuff. When I retired from bodybuilding, I felt lost for a few years. Like I wake up and like I used to look. It's not that I don't look forward to going to the gym now, but like because I actually do, and I've kind of went off and on with that over the years. There's been days where it's like, ah, shit, I'm gonna do this, and there's other days like, yeah, I'm gonna go train chest today. Like I'm happy about it, but it's not exactly the same when you're not shooting for like a big title for me. And I think because I was introduced to that at a young age, I like being competitive. So I came down here. I was actually going to start doing some tournaments. And Port St. Lucie is not unsay Port St. Lucie, but Stewart. When you go, it's the Port St. Lucie inlet. Some people call it Salerno, whatever, but it's the same inlet. I think it's the number one hotspot for sailfish, like in the United States.
Oh, wow.
Like I've caught them by total accident. Like I'm not even trying to catch them. Like I'm fishing for something else and I'll get one on. So like, but prior to that, when I first moved to Florida, I started out in Jacksonville a long time ago. And I wanted to move to Port St. Lucie long before all this shit was developed. Like there was no tradition, there was no Port St. Lucie West. That didn't exist whenever I like made my first pass through this area. I liked it because it was supposed to be like this old retiree town. And nothing ever happens in those towns. Like again, when everybody here is 65 plus, the crime rate's low, the accident rate's high because they can't drive with the shit. But if you can get past that, again, you got a low crime rate, a low population, fishing's great. Like it's just not the same as like Jacksonville, is where I was at. Jacksonville's a little bit of a higher pace, and I grew up in a small town, so it just didn't fit my lifestyle. So now I ended up moving to Port St. Lucie, and I loved it for the first 2 to 3 years. And now I'm to the point where it's like, man, there's so many people here. It's like, can't blame them because I moved here too, right?
Right.
Like, so it's not like their fault or my fault. It's just one of those things like, man, it's not fun anymore.
Yeah. It's kind of like the same thing. I live in Sarasota, well, Lakewood Ranch, so it's like Sarasota area, but it's like retiree area. It was farmland like 15 years ago, and now the infrastructure can't hold everybody, and they're talking about building another 10,000 houses in the next in like the nearest 5 miles, so it's like
same here too.
It's insane.
Yeah, same. Like I live below Mount Rainier, and it was all farmland on the river, and it was like a couple houses. Now there's just developments just coming up everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is out in like the Washington area, but I can stay here in Florida, and I would say the same thing to be true with the Sarasota, Tampa area as well. Like, so I have a little bit of a spinal injury going on right now, and it's knock on wood, wall, concrete, wherever the hell I got here. But like, It's gotten significantly better, and I think I'm going to be able to beat this without seeing a specialist and without surgery. I think I just got off the hook. It seemed like my world was over for the first 2 weeks, but I think I'm going to be okay. But anyway, so I
Yeah.
got the MRI, and I needed to see, it's my L5S1 is damaged. So I was going to go see a specialist on it. I called the guy, and he said it's going to be about 2 months before they can see me. And I'm like, even if I got an MRI and I can prove I have like an emergency, he goes, yeah, 2 months. It's like 8 weeks
Yeah.
out. And I'm like, you know what? Just screw it. I was like, I'll handle my own stuff. I'll figure this out one way or the
Yeah.
other. Like at that point. But it's not because like the doctors are being lazy. It's the fact that he's so booked out because so many people it's here. You
Yeah.
can't get in. Like I did a sleep apnea test like 3 years ago, 6 months to get the appointment.
Oh,
Well,
I was 6 months out on getting that appointment.
Oh,
Like, think about that. If you have like a major health condition, if you've got a major problem, you're screwed. You should just probably go make a will and tell the people you love them goodbye. You're going to die.
Yeah. That's crazy. It's almost like you have to like walk your ass into an emergency room just to like be like, I need treatment. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And honestly, like if you can somehow even BS them that it's an emergency, and you let's say for whatever treatment, whatever you got going on, if you know you're going to meet your insurance deductible, then go ahead and just go to the ER. Because the moment you walk in, you're going to meet your ER or you're going to meet your deductible the moment that you walk in that door and sign your name on the paper.
oh yeah.
every time.
If they admit you, like I figured that out the hard way a few years ago. Like I didn't go there expecting a fix. I just didn't know. But like when I had my shoulder surgery, so there've been 20, I think it was 2022 now. But like I just woke up one morning and just an exogenous amount of pain. Like I have a pain tolerance that's high, and this was beyond any tolerance I could handle. I mean, I've been dealing with it for 7 years, off and on.
damn.
But whatever happened that morning, I don't know if it was how I slept or what. I was in so much pain that I had to go to the ER, and I didn't know what I was expecting, what type of treatment. They didn't give a shit about my shoulder. They didn't care
Yeah.
about that. But what did come from it was they admitted me and held me for 3 days, which sucked because my blood pressure was so high from the pain.
Oh,
Like when you're pain, when like my heart rate, so like when they would move me, like I had like an argument with the radiologist
Yeah.
because they tried to fit me into the MRI and like my shoulder is stuck. Like my arm did not like if you physically were to move my arm, if you push hard enough, you probably would have caught the right hand across the face. Like
Yeah.
it hurt enough that I was willing to get physical.
sure.
And she's like, you just need to lay your arm down. I was like, man, until you can get a doctor here to give me enough morphine to calm it down, I can't physically lay this arm down. She's like, well, you can't do the MRI. I'm like, we're gonna have to come to a compromise here. Like, I cannot lay my fucking arm down. So the only good thing about that is like we figured out what was wrong. It only took them 3 days to get an MRI right. So there's that. But once we figured out what was wrong, it was able to allow me to expedite the process. Because normally you'd go in like, oh, well, you need to go see a physio. Let's do some PT and let's try this injection.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're a year deep into the process and you're still at square one.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. They kind of like pass you around to like all these different like low hanging fruit that doesn't ever work.
Yeah. I think it's more of it doesn't make sense. I mean, because the insurance company, oftentimes it's an insurance thing too. Like they want you to do one thing before doing something else, but I don't think they realize sometimes it costs the insurance more money by doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's
insurance is kind of backwards though. I mean, it's like when you have a guy, like hypothetically, I think we should be allowed to get like echoes and stress tests and like calcium score and stuff.
Yeah.
Like if they would allow, like if you're under 40, good luck going to your primary care just asking for it. You have to kind of finagle the system a little bit in order to get those tests done.
Yeah.
You know how to do it. You can do it.
Yeah, you
But,
gotta use
the average person
keywords.
walks in- Yes, you got to be very specific of how you word things, how you say things. But like if they just wouldn't give us a hassle about that, I mean, unfortunately, usually cardiac events can be fatal. So it actually saves the system money if we die. But if we don't die, now you're looking at like bypasses and stuff. You're talking a couple $1 million potentially, depending on the severity of what's wrong with the person.
Right.
So, like, maybe we could have prevented this if you guys wasn't such tight asses and allowed us to get the proper testing and stuff done.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's the issue. It's not really healthcare. It's kind of like sick care. They want to keep
Yeah.
you sick so that they can make money off of you. It's tough.
100%.
A cured patient is no longer a customer.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, I mean, when I did my echo, I did a calcium score last year and everything. Like I paid all out of pocket. I was like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to be
Yeah.
for insurance. I'm just gonna bypass that whole dumb process. Because I remember when you were doing it actually, and I was messaging you on IG, and you were going through like a teledoc or something like that to get a script to go get your echo and
For
stuff.
the no, well, no, for my echo, I actually have a friend who lives in your area.
Oh, okay.
Um, I can get the echo done just by a friend that works in the medical field, get a
Yeah.
professional echo done. But when it comes to the calcium score, no, I've never done one up until that point. And I don't really think I've lived a bad lifestyle or anything, like as far as like eating unhealthy and creating blockages. But obviously what we do can affect our cholesterol and whatnot. So I
Sure.
was like, it doesn't really hurt to get things checked. But considering my grandfather on my dad's side, he had to have open heart around like mid 60s or so. And
Mhm.
then my grandfather on my mom's side, they told him this is where doctors are not always right. When I was a young kid, they told him that he needed to have a double bypass done. He didn't know what that meant. He just thought, I'm going to go in and they're going to give me a shot or something. He genuinely did not know what that meant. He goes to the
Yeah.
ER the morning of, and they're getting him prepped for surgery. They was asking like,
Oh,
"What's your name?" and "Do you know
yeah.
what you're here for?" That kind of stuff. And they're like, "Yeah, you're getting ready for open heart surgery." He goes, "Open heart surgery? What?" And he just
Yeah.
left. He's like, "No, I'm not doing that shit,"
Oh,
and he
shit.
just
Yeah.
left. And so when he saw his primary care again, they were like, "If you don't do this, you got 3 to 5 years to live. That's it." He went on like over 20 years, and he still didn't die of heart
Oh, wow.
complications.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just saying there
yeah.
is some history on both sides of like my mom and my dad. So like I need to go get this type of stuff checked because a lot of guys they think because the cholesterol looks good on paper and the echo looks good, that doesn't mean that you still couldn't possibly have other things going on.
Sure.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the angiogram is kind of like the end all be all, but that's one that's I've yet to know a doctor that'll, let you get an
What's that?
angio. Basically, they're going in. I think you have to go under for it, but they're kind of going in from the inside looking.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it,
That's the best of my knowledge. Again, I've not had it done, so
yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
speak from experience on it.
Yeah.
I just
So
know the angiogram is like the telltale of everything.
yeah, I
Okay.
wanted I was talking to the cardiologist when I got my calcium score, and I had a score of 0, so
I was zero
obviously,
too.
better score than that. So I was like, I want to get an angiogram just to like make sure that everything's good because it's supposed to be like the smaller, like they're checking the smaller veins and leaders to the heart and stuff. So,
Yeah,
um, and she's like, there's no reason to look when you have a 0 calcium score. She's like, if I saw anything, we could recommend it. But because I'm turning 40 this year, she's like, come back in like two more years, like 42, 43 years old. Come back, we'll do another calcium score, and then that's when we'll do the angiogram because you'll be like of the, a little bit older and it would make more
yeah.
sense then. So,
It's like an age thing. It's like they make it seem like people can't have like colon cancer below 40. It's like I
right.
don't really. I've never had a colonoscopy, and quite frankly, I don't want to. But I do plan on getting one at 40,
Yeah.
just
Right.
to get it. And if you think about the amount of food that our bodies have processed
Yeah.
throughout our lives,
Yeah.
we've probably processed at 40 years old. We've processed more than an 80-year-old.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
So
Definitely.
I want to get it done. But if you reach out to your doctor at like 30 or 35 years old, they're like, no, we're not interested in it. But when you turn 40, then they'll approve it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just went for my annual and my doctor's like, "All right, so you turned 40, schedule your next annual. Everything looks good this year, but next year you're going to do a colonoscopy." I'm like, "Oh. All
Yeah.
right, bud. Here we go." So,
Yeah. I actually
Yeah,
had one when I was
I'm
like,
go
oh,
ahead.
sorry. I was gonna say I had a colonoscopy when I was like 23. but that's because I was like freaking myself out. It was when I got into bodybuilding and I started eating a lot and I was shitting all the time. And I thought there was something really wrong with me. So they're like, we could just give you colonoscopy for like, peace of mind. And I got one, but I should probably get one again in like couple of years or so. Done
Yeah, I turned
a lot more
38
eating since then.
this month, so hopefully in 2 more years I'll get mine done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Yeah. I was giving myself health anxiety earlier this year. So I went and got like calcium score, full body MRI. And they did see like a target sign in my left upper quadrant. I think that's the thing. But because there's no like inflammation or anything, they said it could just be like a false reading, but I still need to go get an ultrasound to see if there's anything developing in there.
Is that what you had done? Is that the one where they basically scan you from your head to your toes and
Yeah,
everything from like cancer?
Everything.
Yeah, it's everything like cancer to torn muscles, anything.
Yeah.
What did you pay out of pocket? Probably like 3,000 to 4,000.
2 with cash payment. Yeah.
Okay. Because I want to
Yeah,
do that as well. I was going to try to hold out till I was 40, but again, just literally scan me everywhere.
Yeah. It might be different, like depending on like where you go and stuff. But
Yeah.
my doctor had this like, I don't know, call it like a coupon, like some special deal or
Yeah.
something. So yeah, so cash pay was like 2,000.
Yeah, I would rather do that. I mean, just because like that way you can find out if there is something wrong, you know exactly what it is and how to attack it, where to go about.
Yeah.
You're not just, taking a stab in the dark with things. The next thing you know, you've met your deductible and you still haven't.
Yeah. Well, it shows like the size of your heart, like your lung size and like all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically everything.
I don't want to get that done now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it goes through like your head and stuff too, as well, right? Like, say you have like an aneurysm or like anything going on with your head, throat, thyroid.
Right.
Like it covers it's very intense as far as like what it covers.
I just fucking hated I just hate MRIs because it's a long one. If you do the head and the body all at once, you're in there for an hour.
I was about an hour, I would say.
So I cut mine in half. I did the head one day and then I went back the next week for like the neck down. But I couldn't fucking sit in there the whole time. And you got to hold your breath like during certain parts. And like, I'm already, panicking a little bit. So when you try to hold your breath, it's just, it's a nightmare.
Are you kind of claustrophobic?
Oh yeah. Even they're like, oh, well, we scheduled you for the big tube and it's still not that fucking big.
No,
like the bigger machines.
It's literally like I'm a fraction of my former self. And like, even when I get in one, both of my shoulders, I'm rubbing, like as they're sliding me through, I'm literally sliding through it because I'm rubbing both sides. Yeah,
I actually had to hit the panic button on the first time. Like as soon as they put me in, I made the mistake of opening up my eyes. And as soon as I saw that fucking, the top of it right in my nose, I like fucking had to click it. And I was like, I had to take 5 minutes and I had them put a blindfold on me so I wouldn't look up. Because as soon as I opened my eyes, I started to panic when I see that ceiling like right in my face.
Yeah, it's like there's literally you probably couldn't get out of it if you wanted to get out of it.
No, that's what I was afraid. I was like, if this breaks, I'm gonna like, you just think of the worst things possible,
Yeah, and it's loud. It's very like you can't hear anything. Like they put the headphones on, you can still hear the machine, the magnets and stuff moving.
Yeah. And for the head scan, they put this contraption around you too, so you can't even like wiggle or move. And that
I haven't had that done yet, so I can't relate on that one, but I'm sure it's not fun.
Yeah, well, because I was having like issues where I was getting dizzy all the time, and it was freaking me out. It would happen like I'd just be driving, and all of a sudden my equilibrium will be thrown off. So I was worried if there was something going on in my head, but when they scanned it, there was like no signs of aneurysms or anything like that. I just had a lot of sinus pressure, so I had a sinus infection I didn't know about, and that's what was fucking me up.
But it wasn't vertigo, right?
No.
Okay.
So
Has
I
it
just had
gotten
all this
better?
sinus pressure. Yeah, it has. And just because I know that there's nothing wrong, I think that's helped too. Because before I would freak myself out, and anytime I felt a little off, I'd be like, "Oh shit!" Like, here we go.
I think we all do to some extent.
What
Yeah,
was
never
that?
type
Yeah.
anything to WebMD either, because then it's
Oh,
just
dude, yeah,
You're
I do
fucking
that on
dead.
ChatGPT now, like everything.
it's like
Fucking
you're gonna
horrible.
die. You're like, what?
It's
Yeah.
like you type in and be like, this is the worst possible scenario, Alex.
Yeah,
Gotta go to the
top
hospital.
5. Seek immediate help.
Yeah. I mean, even whenever like I had my spinal injury or my back injury, like it's been today's the 3rd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's actually been
Yeah.
30 days. I'm like, yeah, I'm already telling you like 75%. Like those first 2 weeks, thought my whole life was over. But like I'm literally like Googling in Chat GPT and like, oh, you could have a stroke or a blood clot. I'm like, it's not a fucking stroke or a blood clot. Like I know this
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
Like and it wasn't. But I was like, man, the average person would have went straight to the ER on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spinal injury. That's pretty fucking scary, dude.
yeah,
Yeah, I actually had a little bit of the opposite of what most people would have. Like, when people have a back injury, you hear them talk about having pain, right? Like how intense the pain is. Mine was the polar opposite of that. So I always consider it like, let's just say, like my power goes out of this outlet here. The outlet's probably fine because I kicked a breaker in the garage. Well, your spinal cord is kind of like your breaker box.
Right.
So I was actually outside doing something with my truck, and I noticed that so I'm in a squatted down position, all the way down. I'm leaning far forward, and then I'm picking the axle up. This is an F-250. This is not a lightweight axle. So I'm picking the axle up. I'm kind of pulling it back, and I'm rotating the hubs. It's like I'm putting my body in this weird position. Notice that it had like tingling in my calves. And I'm like, oh,
Oh,
it's like if you lay on your arm, it kind of goes to
sure.
sleep and it goes
Yeah.
numb. You can just wake up and shake it off. I just stood up and I was thinking out, I was like, oh, my feet's numb because
Yeah.
of this. I stood up and I'm like, oh, okay. And I turned around and went face first in the front yard. I'm like, huh,
Shit.
that's weird.
Shit.
I kind of just laughed. I was like, it's weird. It's like never. I was like, I bet my
Yeah.
neighbors really got a good kick out of that one. Seeing me just
Yeah.
fall over in the front yard. So then when I get up, I rolled my ankle twice, just going from the yard into my garage. I'm like, how the hell, like, why am I so unstable right now? This is
Yeah.
odd. And then I actually went ahead and finished the job too. Like I didn't even think anything about it. Like I didn't think there was anything at all wrong. When I got inside, I realized my tibia from about 6 inches below my knee all the way down to my toes, numb, completely numb
Oh,
to the point you could Ricky Bobby me. You could
Yeah.
stab me in the leg and I wouldn't feel it. Like I actually was like, I'd slap my own leg to see if I could feel it, and I couldn't feel anything at all. Like
shit.
completely dead. But it
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
just dead, the motor function was gone as well. So drop foot syndrome is like when you walk and the front of your foot just falls forward, you can't pick it up. You can't do like a tibia raise. So that's why I was falling, is because when I would pick up, like I would walk, I'm using my hip and
Yeah.
I'm moving, my toes are still trying to stay on the ground and I'm just tripping
Yeah. Just
myself.
dragging.
So I
Dude,
became a fall hazard. And I'm like, I thought to myself, I was like, and like you you've tried to do you did everything right in the gym all these years, and now you're gonna be fucking crippled. I was like, I see like how people kind of treat Ronnie, which is
Yeah.
absolutely sad. And I'm just like, great. Like, and I'll be honest, like, I don't think I was going to live crippled. Take that information, do as you wish with it. But
I
like,
get
Yeah.
it.
I don't think I was going to go any further at that point. So like, my mental state for like 5 to 7 days was just like, oh, it's not good. It was not good at
Yeah,
all.
that's wild.
But like
The
I said, I've taken the right approach, I feel like, to things as far as like therapy and recovery. And I would say I'm somewhere between 60 to 75% right now. And it's been less than
Oh,
30 days, or right at 30 days.
you have feeling back in your leg.
The left one I have 100% feeling in. The right one I would say I have about 80% feeling in. As far as the motor function, I would say it's probably about 75%. 2 weeks ago, I started walking again, like walking around the neighborhood. I used to just walk around the mornings, get my day started, and the lap, I walk a very specific circle, like around the block. And it would take me, if I want to just book it through it, I could do it in 25 minutes. If I wanted to just leisurely go through it, it's 27 to 28. I tried my first day around, it was 38 and a half minutes. I'm like,
Wow.
wow. I was like, and I physically could not go faster than that. I did it yesterday in 29. So I went from 38 to 29 in 2 weeks.
Nice.
So I'm almost back to where I was. So
Right.
again, I'm doing very non-conventional therapy as well. Not the whole. I started out with like the bird dogs and the dead birds, and then
Mhm.
whenever I got a hold of one of my long-term friends is John Quint. He's a neuromuscular therapist, and he kind of showed me a couple of things. Like he didn't tell me that I shouldn't do like the regular PT, but he showed me a few things. Like PT is essentially going to their job is going to be to get you pain-free. You may be fixed, you may not be fixed, but their job is just to get you functional.
Right.
So I would consider John probably 20 years advanced compared to most medical technology. You know,
Okay.
he likes to focus on actually fixing the problem at hand rather than just getting you pain free.
Yeah.
You know, it's like sometimes with surgeons and stuff, like their job is to obviously when you're cutting on someone, it's a completely different story, different scenario. But like their job's to get you pain free, but in the process, like they've screwed up three other things. So
Mhm.
I definitely did not want to go that route. It was an option for me, but I didn't want to go there.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's
And like I said,
crazy.
when I think about surgeries, like the spine, like I think I am 10 times more terrified of a spinal surgery than any other surgery you could possibly offer me. Like I
Yeah.
really think I would feel more uncomfortable on a spinal surgery than I would a brain surgery.
For sure.
Because
Yeah.
it's all your
Because
mobility.
Yeah.
yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
we know two bodybuilders. One I just mentioned was Ronnie. Like
Yeah.
he shouldn't be paralyzed, but due to that botched surgery, that was what had happened. And then another one that Alex, you probably won't remember this guy. So you're probably the youngest guy on the podcast right now,
I
right?
am. Yeah.
Do you remember Chris Dim?
Chris Dim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chris, it's yeah, if you want to look him up here in a minute, it's KrisDim. Um, I didn't personally ask Chris this, so this is me just reading an article. I've read multiple articles on it, and I feel like I've met Chris. Chris is one of the nicest people you're ever going to be around. And it's weird because like all the shit that he's had to endure in his life, he can still be so positive. And I applaud him for that because I don't think I wouldn't be able to have the mentality that he does. But Chris was an Olympian back in the early 2000s. He looked really good. And he had to have, I think it was an aorta valve replacement. If memory
Ooh.
serves me right, it was aorta. And so they're cutting you open from this side, but I guess I don't know the anatomy of the heart like I should. But I'm assuming the aorta must sit pretty far back deep into here. And
Yeah.
I guess they nicked the nerve and it
Yeah.
paralyzed him.
Oh,
So
dude.
I was like, imagine going in for a heart surgery and you wake up and they're like, hey, sir, your heart's fine, but you're never going to use your legs ever again. It's like, holy shit. Like, I would have rather
Yeah.
you just killed me on the table.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to wake up to that.
He had a phenomenal physique too, man.
But like I said, Chris is a different breed though, because like he's very positive. He sees life from a different perspective.
Nope.
Yeah.
You know, Ronnie's positive too. Like it's funny because Ronnie like never really has a bad day, you know? He's always like, oh, God gave me another day, you know, and he's just happy about it, which is
I always wonder though, because what go ahead. Like it got very robotic there for a second. So I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you're good.
Yeah, you good.
You're good.
No, Ronnie, when he did that documentary, I think it's called King Coleman, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
Mhm.
or yeah, something down those lines.
Yep.
But I think he had mentioned the amount of pain meds that he was using.
Dude, it's crazy.
And if you give someone enough pain meds, every day is going to be a good day.
Sure.
Mhm.
So I mean, he's positive, but he's more positive because of what he's using.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately. I feel like if you were to take those meds away from him from a day or so, you would see a much different version of Ron. And
Yeah.
I don't want him to do that ever. Like I don't want to see the man miserable. So keep doing what you're doing, Ron. But like
Yeah.
I know I've seen the articles where he talks about walking again, and I even pray that he can walk again, but I just don't foresee it ever happening because
No, I
when
feel
those
like
nerve
it's
endings die,
getting
I don't
worse.
think they're going to come back.
No, I don't think they've found a way to bring those back or even implant new ones or anything yet.
Not at this stage.
No.
Mhm.
No.
Crazy.
Once
That's
that tissue has lost its blood flow and essentially died, I
Yeah.
don't think it's going to come back anymore.
No, it's gone. It's gone. It's crazy you talk about you getting that like drop foot kind of numbness or whatever. Because
Yeah. You
yesterday,
got it.
yeah, dude, yesterday I ate my first meal sitting at the kitchen table, sat there scrolling for like 45 minutes or whatever. My left leg fell asleep. So I stood up. I'm like, all right, pins and needles coming, whatever. Let me expedite the process and like get this, you know, get through this and
Yeah.
start walking with all my shit back to the kitchen. And I guess I didn't feel my foot at all. And I stepped directly on the outside of my foot and it popped twice. Like my wife wrapped it all up. It's black and blue. It's swollen.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, yeah. Like it was fucking sucks, man. I'm limping around, but I think we're
And
all right.
but you feel it now, though, right?
Oh
Like you got
yeah, I
all your
can feel
feeling.
it. Yeah, yeah, I can feel it. It was just kind of like I didn't feel it at all when I started walking. So,
Yeah.
and like, I don't know. I've always had that issue with like certain chairs or certain positions you sit in, like my legs will go numb, like I don't know, hanging
Yeah.
off the edge of the chair or whatever,
Yeah.
Hmm.
blood flow or whatever.
Sit
But
on the toilet too long.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh my god.
exactly.
Yeah.
yeah.
It can
The
happen.
worst.
You stand up halfway to wipe, and you're like heading towards the wall.
Oh,
Lord.
You're like, oh,
yeah.
Oh,
So
fuck.
I don't get to do my fasted steps and walk around the neighborhood like I normally do to start the day. I'm on the Peloton, just pushing the other leg through. So keeping the output going.
What do you think?
Whatever.
You're probably like 2 weeks recovery on it.
I fucking hope it's faster than that. Dude, I
Oh,
don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't think anything's broken. I think it's just kind of ligament shit. It's just black and
yeah.
blue on the whole outside of my foot. So, yeah.
I had a little bit of that as well. Like whenever I told you I rolled my ankle twice,
Yeah.
like it was like a sprained ankle, but I didn't feel it, but you could see a little bit of swelling and a little bit of bruising on it.
Yeah.
I guess in a way, maybe the numbness did me a favor because I didn't have to feel that pain.
Yeah, no shit. No shit. It sucks. But, um, when you were competing, what was your favorite show you did? Vault?
Um, Honestly, probably Australia. The
Yeah,
Yeah.
Arnold. Yeah.
because you came in third in Australia, right? Behind like Dexter and
The first year was Dexter and Branch. The second year was Kai and Cedric.
got you.
So I've got two third place finishes from that show.
Nice. How was Australia? Did you spend some time out there
Yeah, I
after?
did, man. I really liked it. To be surprised, like surprisingly, like it's a much different culture than North America in general. Same thing with Europe as well. Like the people are just it's kind of odd. So like my first day that I'm at the expo and I'm actually like interacting with people, this guy that I'd been, me and him are still friends to stay. I've coached him before, like we still chat, but we'd never met in person. And I see
Yeah.
him in my line, I recognize it. And again, I didn't know him. And I didn't understand, keep in mind, this is 2015. So things have changed a little bit, not much. But he gets up the line and he goes, hey, look at this big cunt. And I'm like, I kind of just
Yeah.
stopped. And I was like, I was like, what the fuck did you just say to me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, if you say that here, like people want to fight you and stuff,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Like, or at
yeah,
least gonna fight. They're at least gonna fire back.
sure.
But
Yeah.
that's just normal for them to say. Like that word can be used in a good way, bad way. It's just
Yeah.
like it's
Right.
kind of like we use the word fuck. It's very universal.
Yes, it
That's
is.
how we use that. So that word to them over there is very universal. When he comes to me and says it, I'm like, it just God, just like you're gonna come up and insult me and then want to take a picture with me. I don't understand. I'm confused.
You had to like process it. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
like it really just threw me off. So once I got used to it, and then obviously certain words like if we use the word cooler, they use the word I think it's called Etsy or Esky. Like there's a few words that's a little bit
Yeah.
different that they go with, but like overall, cool people, very laid back, down to earth. The food. I'm not necessarily talking about the taste, and the taste was good, but the quality of the food
Uh,
blows anything that you're ever going to get in the United States away.
oh
Not
wow,
even
in
compared.
Australia.
Oh,
Not
really?
close. Yeah, like the grocery store. In my opinion, I I would call it my facts, but again, it's my facts
Yeah,
because I've tried our food and their food, and their quality is significantly better than ours. And like I said, now the traffic. Granted, I was in Melbourne, which is the big city,
yeah,
but the traffic
Mhm.
was very, very heavy. And then where they're driving on the other side of the road, that threw me off because one of the guys was like, "Hey, do you want to drive?" And I'm like, "No, no, I don't. I
yeah,
absolutely do not want to drive in this shit."
Hard
Like
pass.
I didn't know it was okay to take a left turn on a red light, like where we
yeah.
take a
Sure.
right turn. I'm
Yeah,
like, I have like I'm seeing it. I'm like, oh, fucking freaking out. Like we're not supposed to be doing this.
yeah.
And we
That
did
would
get
be
into
weird.
2 car crashes in 2 days,
Yeah.
back to back.
Yeah,
That's
no.
good. That's lucky right there.
What
Yeah,
other?
one of them, a drunk girl plowed us. She hit us from behind. She didn't hit us hard. Like then she denied it and drove off.
Yeah,
And then the other one, I was riding with a friend that I'd met. One of my friends introduced us, and we literally went out to eat, and we're going back to the venue, and they took a left turn in front of us, and he was looking at me talking, and I'm looking straight ahead, and I see it, so I kind of have time to brace. And we were in a big SUV, and he was in like a little small, like a 2 door hatchback.
Okay.
We moved that car like it was a Tonka toy.
yeah.
I thought we killed them both. Like we hit him hard. Like he didn't even. My driver Patrick didn't even tap the brake.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
We just straight up plowed them, and I genuinely was like, they got to be dead. Like
Oh,
there's
Yeah.
no way. They both got out. They were both fine, alive. They exchanged insurance information. We went on about our business. But like we literally pushed that car like probably 75 feet. And the only thing stopped
Yeah.
it from going further was it hit the curb. When it hit the curb, or sorry, the driver and the passenger side, well, I guess it would be the opposite on theirs.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, but it hit the curb and the car almost flipped over.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
They get
Only
out, they're
thing it
like,
did
you
to us
didn't
is
see me, cunt?
I know, right? Well, it was even more weird is like when we get out, talking to him, because I'm worried. I'm like, okay, did we kill him? What happened? Like, I'm an
Yeah.
American and I'm here as a guest and someone just died. Like, this
Yeah.
is not going to look
S-
good,
Stuck in
especially when
jail.
you got to pull up your IDs and stuff. Yeah, if you do that in Dubai, you're probably going to immediately go to jail. But
Yeah.
like, I get out and like, I wasn't really like angry or upset. I started to become angry and upset for different reasons. Like, I'm just kind of like, one of them was
Yeah.
like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right." And he's like, "I think I know you." And I'm like, "You don't know me." I was like,
Yeah.
"Do I sound like I have an Australian accent?" I was like, "You don't know me." And he goes, and he like thanks. He goes, you're Justin. I'm like, "Oh shit, he does know me." I was like, "Wait, almost
Yeah.
killed 2 of my fans in the process."
Yeah.
Jesus.
But otherwise, I mean, I enjoyed Australia a lot. I think Tony runs a really, really good show over there.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't know if he's still doing it. I don't think he's doing it all anymore because there's no like Australian Pro or anything. Because it used to be the Australian Grand Prix, and then it was the Australian Arnold.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's just kind of sad that that's kind of gone. But that was probably my favorite show to do.
Yeah. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, traveling to go bodybuild is like everyone on this podcast dream, you know what I mean?
That's something, yeah, and I don't take it for granted. Like it was something that I definitely appreciated. I know I got a special treatment and I got a gift in life to be able to do that, and I'm thankful for that. The Arnold Columbus was probably number 2 on my list because I'm really big on organization.
Yeah.
Sure.
Actually, I'm going to give Hani credit on this because when I won the Golden State, when they told us you're going on at 12, you're going on at 12. Like I'm really big on structure, time, and organization. Like because we put our bodies through so much stress and we push ourselves to the limits just for that one moment of just
Yeah.
what sometimes a minute of stage time. Like
Sure.
we go we do 9 month off season and a 3 month prep, sometimes 4 month prep, whatever it is, and then like only to have it sabotaged because the show's running 3 hours behind. And I have been in a couple of shows where they're running 3 to 4 hours behind. And I'm not going to purposely shit on the promoters, but like I will not recommend anyone ever do those shows ever again. And I
Yeah.
find it to be unacceptable, especially from like veteran promoters that's been doing this for 15 or 20 years.
Sure. Yeah.
Like you have an athlete list of how many people are going to be there. Hire the right crew and make it happen the way it's supposed to happen. Excuses are not accepted at that point, in my opinion. Like I
Well,
don't care if someone's sick or someone couldn't make it. You figure it out. You're a promoter. That's your job.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a professional like I mean it sucks when an amateur show runs long or late or whatever, but they're
Yeah.
amateurs, right? It's it's the professional like you guys are on at 11, you guys are on at 1, like you that is what your job is to be ready
Yeah.
for that moment, you know? And then that moment comes late or early or not
Yeah.
announced, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Well, we
it's
were the 2016 Australia. I think it was 2016. Yeah, it was the 2016 Arnold Australia. When I was there, the bus, so Tony had a shuttle from the hotel to the venue for all the athletes. So we leave like 2 o'clock, and I think the show was supposed to start at 4 p.m. So when we get over to the venue, we're all back, all the athletes were all backstage, got our feet up, kicking it, chilling. And I looked at the clock and I'm like, it's 3:30. And I remember peeping out into the audience. There's no one, there's not one person in the seat. Like I don't see any judges, I don't see any expediters, I don't see any tanning people. And I'm like, fucking great. It's like they're late. We're gonna screw this up. And at like 3:45, someone comes back and they're like, hey boys, get up, get ready. We're still on at 4 o'clock. I'm like, and they were on. We were on stage at 4 o'clock.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the delay was. I don't know if it was like tickets on letting people in, but I know when I walked on stage, the audience was full. They pulled it together.
Shit.
Nice.
15-minute turnaround. You gotta love that.
Yeah, it was a crazy turnaround. But like, Tony gets the job done. I don't know what he did, who he called, or how he made it right. But I've always liked Tony because when I did the Arnold Hong Kong, I can't remember the name of the tanning company that was there, but they decided that they were not going to do any tans the night before the show, and they were just going to do a top coat for everyone the day of the show.
Oh,
And me and Roman was hanging out. You guys know Roman, right?
Right.
Yeah.
yeah,
Fritz.
bro.
Yeah.
So me and him both are the whitest white boys you're going to find. Like our skin is like the color of this paper here.
Yeah.
So one coat is not going to work. And I knew going
No.
into that show that I was going to be the front runner to win it. And I
Yeah.
did win the show. But like your tan does play a big role on your stage. It plays a huge role in your
Huge
stage
role.
presence. Your tan
Yeah.
could be the difference in winning and losing. It can be the difference in first and fourth or fifth.
100%.
Yeah.
So I remember contacting the tanning people. Like I think it was like one day out early that morning, and they're like, "Oh, we'll just see you tomorrow at like 2 hours before the show." And I said, "No, I'm not going to do that." So it's not. She goes, "Well, that's how it's going to be." I said, "We'll see about that." So I
Yeah.
called Tony and I was like, "Hey, they're not wanting to do the tan the night before." And he goes, "Oh, is that a problem?" I said, "Yeah, that's a problem, Tony." I said, "My body doesn't take tan like the day of. Like I know, like if this is like my 19th show I've done. I know for a fact." And the lady on the phone was like, "We're not doing it." I said, "We'll see about that." And I called Tony. I just expressed my feelings to him. He goes, "All right, give me a second." About 15 minutes goes by. The tanning lady calls me. She's like, "All right, you can come over now." I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I thought."
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't say it to Tony, but I wasn't going to compete.
Oh
I just
wow.
wasn't
Really?
going to do it.
Well, what
Like,
were they gonna do?
yeah,
Just
I was
cake it
legitimately
on
not going to do
you?
the show.
Because if they just cake it on you, you'd lose your lines and you'd look like shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Exactly.
literally like putting like a 16th of an inch of skin onto you because they're going to literally like it would be like I just lathered myself in baby oil except with tan.
Right.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
literally, it'd be like painting, like literally taking a paintbrush and putting on me.
Right.
yeah.
You'd look muddy and you would look like you're about 8 weeks out.
Yeah, I mean, you work all this time to like take layers of fucking, water out of the skin and thin
Yeah,
skin and then let's fucking line it up with a 16th of an inch of fucking top coat.
yeah,
And let alone
yeah.
what you said, Hong Kong. What is that, like a 21-hour flight too?
Oh, man, I don't remember how long it was, but it was my longest flight to date. I flew. got a little bit lucky because I did those two shows back to back between the Golden State and Hong Kong. So I was living in Florida, but the Golden State being in California, I was already on the West Coast.
Yeah.
So I was able to fly directly from there. Now the flight home, I think the total
Oh,
transit, I timed it. I don't remember what it is. I don't remember the exact, like down to the minute, but I timed it from the time that I left the hotel in Hong Kong. And the reason I timed it was because I don't sleep on planes. I don't sleep on buses or anything. I just can't, I struggle to sleep in my own bed.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's insomnia. So I think I was in transit a total of like 36 or 37 hours.
Oh,
Oh, man.
When I made it to the house, I thought my bed was like I would have given like
Yeah.
50 grand. I would have given the whole show and everything just to have my bed at that point.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Jeez.
that's long.
It's 37.
I think the flight was like 18, 19 hours or something like back to America. And then I had to fly from the West Coast. I had to make a pit stop in Texas as a layover. And then there's a couple of hours there, and I'm miserable as hell. And then, of course, I'm grouchy and I'm grumpy. And then I got to go from Texas back to Florida. And then I've got another 30 to 45-minute drive once I get home.
That the drive home is the worst, dude.
You're just,
Yep.
tired.
such anticipation. You're just like, I want to get this over with.
You just want to
And just
transport.
for a little bit of humor on that flight, I will say this. If I was a multimillionaire and I had the money to do this, I would have refunded probably at least 30 people's tickets on that plane.
Yeah.
And this is the funny part. That I said, I had a choice to make whenever I left.
Yeah.
I had my 6-pack cooler at the time that I spilled fish in. And I was like, well, it's ripped up. It's that cooler had seen better days.
Yeah.
And I said, well, my trophy, I still got the case. The trophy was just big enough to be a carry-on. And I already had my bag checked and everything. And I was like, okay. And I remember I went to the expo on Sunday before I left. And they gave me a ton of Quest bars. So you probably know where this is going, right?
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just ripping, dude.
I
Oh,
remember eating food at the airport, and I was like, okay, I've got 20 hours here. I was like, I've got the Olympia coming up in 4 weeks. I don't want to just completely eat shit for 2 days. So I
Yeah.
was like, I'm going to snack on these Quest bars. I probably had a total of like 10, 12 Quest bars. And
Yeah.
that's when I realized my body does not cooperate with this. Whatever fake fiber, like the artificial fiber that they use, I was
That
so
erythritol.
gassy that the erythritol. I was so gassy that like it was going on like every 90 seconds to 2 minutes. And it was the entire flight. And I could tell, and it wasn't the type that you could just like,
Dude,
you could pass it off here. It was like, it was gross.
Yeah.
It was
And
like-
my guts was all messed up. And
Yeah,
I just
fuck.
thought to myself, was like, they know it's me. They
Yeah.
have to know it's me.
Yeah.
Like,
At that point, you
I'm-
just got to
I'm-
own it.
Yeah, at that point, I'm just sitting in the corner. And I'm like, I'm so embarrassed of myself. And the thing is, I couldn't go to the bathroom. Like, I tried. It's not like
Yeah.
I was just sitting there, like, holding it. Like, I
Yeah.
tried. Nothing would work.
Right.
It was just
Oh,
making me
no.
gassy. I'm like, I had people that was like, going
Oh,
like real so
no.
to play. I'm like just kind of dropping my head. I'm like, this is so fucking embarrassing. Like, I don't want to be here right now.
Yeah.
The big guy
Damn.
that smells like protan and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, here I'm like painted orange and smelling like cow shit at this point, pretty much. Like it was terrible. It was
I love it.
terrible. Like I genuinely, if I could go back and find those people, I'd be like, hey man, give me your Zelle or PayPal
Yeah.
or whatever. Like, I owe you a
Yes.
refund. Like you didn't deserve that. You did
Yeah.
not deserve that.
That's fucking funny.
And I think since that day, I don't know if I've actually eaten a Quest bar. Nothing
I don't
against the
blame you,
company,
Jim.
but my body just does not like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that for sure.
Especially if you have 10 of them.
It was more than 10, probably. It was probably one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. Because everyone was kind of like, they're looking around, they kind of like make eye contact. Because you see the bodybuilder sitting over in the corner.
Yeah.
It's like, everybody knows the bodybuilder's on a high protein diet, so that's what they're blaming it on. But really, it wasn't the protein; it was the fiber that's causing it. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was not okay. There was a couple times I tried to just get up and just like walk around the plane. I was like,
Yeah.
I got to
You're
give some of this to
spreading
the
it
other
at that
people.
point.
Like,
Yeah, you're spreading
yeah,
it around at that point.
yeah,
See,
it was following me.
that's what, like, whenever I go on the plane, I sweat so much. I sweat very easy. And I always get like anxiety because I know I'm gonna sit next to somebody. I'm gonna be fucking hot as shit. I'm probably gonna start to smell like sweat and stuff. It happens every fucking time.
Dude, I
That's what
smell
I
like
hate.
Yeah,
fish. When I'm eating fish every
Yeah,
day
yeah,
when I go
yeah.
on the plane, I'm wearing that compression
Yeah,
suit and I start sweating. My wife's like, honey, you smell like fish. I'm like,
yeah.
fuck.
I
What's
always
going
like
on?
tell the person
Flip
next to
the
me,
hood
like,
over.
I always say
Yeah.
sorry before.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think I really ever cared about the food so much. I mean, I just
yeah,
ate and did my thing on the plane. I mean, I
yeah,
look at it like this: if my food is, I woof the food down. It takes
Yep.
me
yeah,
3, 4 minutes to eat. Like that's not really a big deal, in my opinion. I mean, especially
yeah,
when you got kids that scream for 4 hours straight. It's like you can smell my food for 3 or 4 minutes if you can tolerate that kid screaming for 4 hours.
That's
yeah.
right.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's right.
The only thing it does suck though is when you get like three large people, whether it's fat or muscle, doesn't matter. You get like three large men that have to sit in one row together. It's like, oh
Oh,
boy. And especially if you're the middle seat. And I've
Nope.
been that guy
fuck.
before.
Oh,
Oh, well,
That's
you're always
horrible.
like, you're everybody in the row is like looking at like the flight attendant, like, do you have anything else you can
Yeah,
eat?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
Like, help us
I've been
out.
fortunate. I've been moved several times, like when I was constantly guest posing and traveling. Like
yeah,
for the most part, they will accommodate if they're able to accommodate.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. The only time I ever had an issue is I was, when your adductors get to your thighs get to a certain size, they naturally just kind of they
they
spread out a
yeah,
little
you
Yeah.
bit.
sit spread
Yep.
out. Yeah,
Yeah, they kind of flare out. And plus you got, 33, 34-inch quads. I mean, they're not normal size. And I sat down, I have the window seat, and I'm doing my best. Like I'll kind of angle myself in there
yeah,
because I don't want my shoulder to like purposely just hit the person.
yeah,
So I'm kind of angled in there. And here's this very rich, uppity lady right beside me. You could just tell she was snobby the moment you laid eyes on her.
yeah,
I didn't say anything. I didn't judge her or anything. I was like, hey, how are you? She sits down. Within like 3 minutes, I didn't physically touch her. She goes, you're in my space. I'm like, did she
yeah.
really just word it like that? Like, you're in my space. I looked at her. I thought it was a joke at first. I really thought she was just
Yeah.
messing with me. I was like, huh? How come I'm in your space? And I was like, what do you mean? She goes, your leg is in my space. I was like, I tried to scoot it over and it would just roll right back. I
Yeah.
can't do an adductor for 3 hours.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't hold that for 3 hours. And not to mention, I'm not going to completely rupture my balls as well in the
Yeah,
process of trying
sure.
to keep my legs
No.
together for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So she says that, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be a weird flight. We didn't make it off the ground before we had problems. So like 3 or 4 minutes goes by. She's like, you're still in my space. And she raised her voice. I said, ma'am, I don't know what you want me to do. I
Yeah.
said, I can't. I was like, I'm pressed against the window. I can't do anything. And she
Yeah.
makes a big deal about it. And finally, she said something. I don't remember what it was. She said something that kind of triggered me. And I was like, you know what? Why don't you bring the flight attendant? I said, you get your fat ass the fuck up on out of here. And
Yeah.
she was a big girl too. She wasn't exactly a petite by any means.
Sure.
Like she probably weighed as much as I did. Just a much different body type. So when I said that, of course, now all of a sudden she's the victim.
Yeah.
Like she's playing the victim card. The flight attendant comes over, and I was like, "Okay, Justin, you can just stay calm because you don't want to get kicked off the flight." And I stayed calm. I made my case, and she's bettering my case by
Yeah.
simply acting a fool. So I just looked at the flight attendant. I was like, "Can you please just move this miserable human being away
Yeah.
from me?" I was like, "She's done nothing but complain since I've been here." Guess what? She got moved to another row where there was two other people, and I had a whole empty seat. And I was like,
Perfect.
Oh,
"Good deal,
yeah.
Love it.
Oh
good
yeah.
deal." Oh, and I smiled at her. She had to go behind me, like 2 rows behind me. I made sure to smile and wink at her when I got off the plane too.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've ever had an issue with that on the airplanes. But it does suck, like getting 3 large men. Like you've seen those pictures of like, I think they were doing it just to like clown around.
Brian Shaw.
Brian and Eddie, yeah.
Yeah.
Brian and Eddie sitting in the same row, and there's like,
Yeah,
like
that would
who you
suck.
see beside of them? Oh God, they're both like 400.
Yeah, fuck that.
Like
Brian
6'8",
Shaw
dude,
is
that'd be insane.
Do what?
I said they're 6'8", 400, 450. That's
Yeah, I think Eddie's
Yeah.
like 6'3" or 4. Brian's like legit like 6'8".
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, Brian's kind of like it's like a small bear, just shaved.
Small.
Yep. He's arm wrestling now, isn't he?
Yeah.
I
That's a
mean,
scary man to arm wrestle.
you just think about the length of how, and not to mention the palm size that you're going to be grabbing a hold of.
Yeah, it's like grabbing a baseball mitt.
I mean, could you imagine if he did the slap? Was it? I don't even know what it's
Slap
called.
box.
Slap
Power-
boxing.
Oh
power
my
slap.
gosh.
He kills
Power
him.
slap.
Yeah, the power slap. Yeah, I mean, I've shaken his hand before. I know how big that palm is. It's going to literally cover the whole side of my face. Even if he's a little bit off, he's still going to hit the whole side of your face.
That's how you
Yeah.
break your
Like,
jaw in one
You're
hit.
absolutely going to have potentially a broken jaw, a ruptured eardrum, and if anything touches your nose along the way, it's going to break it too.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like that's what he should do. He would be as long as he's got a strong jaw himself, he'd be
Yeah.
the world champion at the power slap.
You also have to like reach up to hit him in the fucking face.
Yeah, he's so
He's
tall,
gotta-
dude. They
you gotta
wouldn't
aim
lose
up.
a
You're
lot
gonna
of
have to
momentum.
like crouch down so you can hit him.
I'd have
Yeah.
to jump and hit him.
I feel like Eddie Hall would be good at that. I feel like he could take a fucking shot to the face.
Well, dude, his head wouldn't go anywhere. It'd just be like,
It's glued right here.
You saw Eddie like punching, right? The machine.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's got equivalent to like one of the strong. Like I think someone said he actually did have the strongest punch or the hardest punch in
Probably.
the world.
I can
The
believe
only
it.
problem with him is the physical size. He's not going to be able to like. It's one thing to have the strongest punch, but to actually connect with it is another
Sure.
scenario.
Yeah.
Now, if Eddie hits you, you're going to sleep, maybe
Yeah.
permanently.
I mean, you saw when he fought those two guys at once, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just
That's so
clipped that one guy. And he was out cold.
He's like,
Like, I
was
"You're
right
one
into
guy."
He got Mariusz Pudzianowski too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
it was kind of. I mean, I see how it was an illegal shot. I don't think Eddie apologized to him. I don't think there was any bad blood. But at the end of the day, Mariusz was already hurt before Eddie did the back of the head. Mariusz was going to lose that fight within the first 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was over no matter what.
Yeah, Eddie would be one of the. I think if I ever pissed Eddie off, I'm just. The bad thing is you can't outrun him either because he's actually fast and he's
Yeah,
got
he's
endurance too.
Endurance.
Yeah,
Well, he used
you
to be
can't,
like an
you're-
elite swimmer before
you're
strongman.
screwed.
So,
Yeah, he was a swimmer.
You're screwed if he really wants you.
Yeah. Justin, do you watch UFC and those kind of sports, or?
Yeah, I watch a lot more boxing than I do UFC.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Okay, yeah. I was just wondering. Me and James watch it all the time.
Oh,
Do you guys
gotcha.
watch it, Alex?
I watch a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Not really. I
Yeah,
did
mean,
you
just
guys
you-
have a chance to see
Where's a
like
good
the
fight?
local fights?
No.
Yeah, I
You
used to
should
go to
try-
the casino and watch a few of the amateur local fights, and they're pretty good.
I was gonna say, like, I actually think some of the amateur fights and the locals put on a really good show, but I like it because I'm a tight ass with money. It's not that I don't have it; I just don't like to
Yeah.
spend it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I can get in and see 20 fights for $25, absolutely.
Sure.
Not to mention, I'm sitting like front row, like I'm like
Yeah.
right on top of the action. Yeah, I'm not watching the premier top guys in the world, but like I've seen some incredibly good local fights.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just
So
so
we don't
easy
really
now
have
with it
boxing,
all being on
Yeah.
Paramount now for the UFC.
Yeah. When it comes to those big events like that, I always tell people this is like, if you've never been to one, they wouldn't understand. Like to get like close enough to actually see the action, you're talking thousands of dollars. for one
Mhm.
ticket.
Yeah. Right.
I would much rather if I can't see it to the point where if I got to wait for an announcer to say, "Oh, what happened?"
Yeah.
I don't want to pay the money to be there. I'd rather just watch it on TV, and that way
Me
I can get a
too.
good close view of it. It's the same thing with a bodybuilding show in a way. Like
Yeah.
I have no desire to pay for tickets to the Arnold or the Olympia. The reason why, you're paying a lot of money and you're watching them all on the big screen. You can do
Yeah.
that from home. I don't.
Yep.
I don't need to do that.
I usually just go to the expos and then I'll stream the finals like at the Airbnb or something.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
yeah, yeah. That's actually like this past year. All of us got together. We were at an Airbnb and we had a giant screen, and we all watched it together.
Yeah. What, the Olympia?
And I thought we had the best view in the house because I mean we
Yeah.
saw everything plain as day. We don't have the background noise either. Everybody else talking.
Yeah. Are you going to go to this year's Olympia?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there for sure.
Yeah. It's back at the Orleans, right? The show for the finals or no?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, but it sucks if it is.
It is.
I mean,
Is
I'm
it?
not
Yeah, they
going to be
moved
there.
it.
Fine. I'm not going to be. Well, there's a good chance I will be at the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm going to like buy tickets to go in just because I'm not going to physically be able to see it.
Yeah. It's weird though. It's at the Orleans, but the host hotel is the Palms, right?
Yeah, so the host hotel's the Palms, it's at the Orleans, and then obviously the Expo Center. So it's in three different
So
places.
3 different locations here. Huh.
Yeah, that's
Weird.
very inconvenient for the athletes, to be honest.
Yeah, you don't want to
Yeah.
be driving around.
Yeah, the Orleans was it was at the Orleans the host hotel. Actually, I think the only thing that was different when I was there, the expo was in a different place, but the show in the Orleans, it was all like in the same place.
Yeah. Right.
I didn't care for it. I mean, personally, most if I had to do over again, this is where sometimes me being tight with money is not a good thing. Like sometimes you got to realize convenience is worth the extra.
Oh yeah, for
the
sure.
extra couple $100. But I wish I would have gotten an Airbnb or anything and stayed outside of the venue because, I mean, you're at the Olympia. What do you expect when you go downstairs? So they don't want you to have microwaves in your room. But when you go downstairs, you're going to get swamped by fans every
everyone's there.
time. So like when they see one of the Olympians, they come up to you. And I mean, if I was a fan, I'd probably do the same thing. But it's like, I'm like, okay, it's taking me 30 to 40 minutes to do my meals. Like, I just eat the shit cold. I don't care at this point. Like, I want to be like, but I'm also a guy I have found when I'm alone is when I look my best. Like, I just like to be alone in my room and just sit back, relax, watch TV. Like, I don't want to call no one. I don't want to text anyone. I don't want anybody in the room with me. Just let me eat, sleep, and pose. That's all I need to do, and I'll look my best.
Right.
So, like, yeah, I just kind of got tired of the Orleans because of that. Like, it's cool as a fan, as a spectator, even me as now, like, it's cool. But as the actual person competing, it's
Yeah, I went to the 2013 Olympia. That was at the Orleans, and then I went to the 2024 Olympia at the Resort Bowl.
I was at the 2013 Olympia as well. I was running the Gear Nutra booth.
Oh, were you? Yeah,
Yeah, the company never actually produced a product.
Yeah. The only reason I remember it being that year was because Generation Iron dropped that year, and it premiered when we were, and that's right, and it was I think a tribute to Ben as well that year. I think Ben Weeder.
Okay, I don't. This is one of those situations I don't really remember the show because the company that I was with, they gave us tickets to go to the show, but like I was so far away I couldn't even see who was on the big screen.
Yeah.
Like we just left. I was like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Like this is not even a little bit fun. This is all bad.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I remember at the Orleans I had pretty far seats that sucked. And then at Resorts World, I somehow landed VIP tickets in 2024. And so now, like, because I have VIP tickets, then I get first right of refusal for every year. So we're obviously using them again this year. Hopefully, the VIP tickets give us good seats for the, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, but it will be.
There's a way I could, if I could get up front. I mean, as I feel comfortable, I think I've got. I don't want to jinx this, but I think I've got probably 4 to 5 that could make it to the Olympia this year.
Love
Really?
it.
That's awesome.
And if I do, I mean, even if I got one, I'm gonna go.
Of
But
course.
like with 4 to 5, I mean, I really would like to be in the show, but again, I can't justify paying a ticket and not actually being able to see them on stage.
That's
Mm.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just be like, hey, man, I'm going to be right out here where you guys walk in at. So if you need anything, call me, come out, step out. But like, there's no point in me going in.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be my 40th birthday on finals night. So that'll
Nice.
be,
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
yeah. That's what I'm hoping. Britt gets a win and, she's competing that day, hopefully, on the Olympia stage. That would be,
Nice.
that would be
Is she
the,
competing? She competing next week or the
uh,
week?
Pittsburgh. So,
Okay.
Oh, 2 weeks.
yeah, she's got Pittsburgh and then she's got Miami the week after that. And then Southerns after that. So 3 in a row. And she'll shut it down for a little bit. But she
She's
fired her
not
coach.
doing New York.
No. She
Fired
fired
her coach.
Yeah.
She gonna go back to doing it herself or what?
Yeah, she's been
Yeah.
coaching herself. I mean, she turned pro in the WBFF coaching herself. She coached herself 95% of her career. She just took this dude on last year and
Yeah.
she wanted I think she took him on because I've been a second eye for her the whole time, but I was competing last year, so she didn't want to like burden me. She
Yeah.
put it in his hands or whatever, and I've never seen a bikini or a fit model girl spill, and she spilled on stage. Like she was leaking, dude. Like
But this weekend or last weekend?
yeah.
Yeah, I was watching. She had a little sweat like on the chest a little bit. Like
Yeah. So
yeah,
as soon as I saw her like stand up on the side of the stage, I'm like, her sodium's way off. Like way
Yeah.
off. She's soft. I'm like, I don't know what you guys did, but it's not right. So
yeah.
but yeah, she's been taking it over.
Did you happen to look over the plans like before she did them, or do you just completely stay out of it?
I stayed out of it. I didn't want to jump in on it. That's what she hired him for. I let it be. But
But leading into it, though, did you ever look at the plan and think that probably ain't going to work?
I didn't look at it once though.
Several years ago, my ex, she did a show, and I had to basically, I saw, so her coach gave her a generic peak week plan, and it was literally like he had the whole peak week planned out. I'm like, you can't really
Ow.
do that if you.
You don't
Exactly.
even know what. Yeah.
But what I'm not even going to get into what I saw it, but I was cool with it up until about Tuesday or Wednesday for a Saturday show. And the stuff that I saw, it made okay, I'll just go ahead and say this. This particular girl was overly lean and overly dry for figure. Almost a little bit too much, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Like she did get in shape pretty quickly. So he was going to essentially, she was eating like 2 or 3 carb meals a day leading into the show. So it was like 3 days out. It's like, a week out, he wanted all back tones in.
Wow.
I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't think that you need to be you really don't need to be drier. Like you're already like women's physique level. Like she had to tone her posing down because like she was showing a little too much detail.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So come Wednesday, it was like, okay, we're pulling the water back, pulling the sodium back, and we're going no carbs. Like, why are we pulling the carbs back at 3 days, 2 days, and 1 day, lowering the water and adding in the diet? So it's like no water, no sodium, diuretics, no carbs. Like, where is this going to end up? Especially from a girl who was already very, very flat. So when look, I'm going to tell you something. I was like, if you want to do this, go ahead and do it. I said, you're going to look like shit on stage. You're not going to look where you want to look. I said, and you're probably going to get your ass handed to you. I said, but you do what you want to do. I said, the only reason I said that was like I saw the hard work and effort that went into it. Right. Obviously, at that level, because it was a pro qualifier.
Yeah.
And I saw it and I was like, I had to say something. I'm like, I can't watch you blow a
Yeah.
16-week prep because of what this is. So essentially, I took over it like one day out.
Oh,
Like I let it go up until like we didn't do the aldactones. I
okay.
because I just told her no. I was like, you don't do that shit.
It would have
And
crushed.
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
do what?
it would have crushed her. You know,
Yeah,
like
absolutely would have, yes. And then but he had Diazod in on top of it. We didn't use that either.
Oh, that
I
helped.
said no. I said no. And I went the opposite direction. Like I didn't say, hey, here's a bunch of food, just eat it all. But like I gave her a lot of food. And every time she would eat, she just got better and better and better. And I'm like, see, this is the look that we really were still off by like a day, but like I only had one day to do as much as I could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ended up winning the class, didn't get the pro card, but either way, like I feel like that was some pretty major damage control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking if you had seen if you saw it and
no,
agreed or didn't agree with it, because like there's one thing to look at something and be like, well, okay, it's not how I would do things, but like maybe it's right, maybe it's not right. But then there's the other thing when you look at it, like this is total garbage. Don't do this.
Yeah.
right.
And that's when I saw that I was like, please don't do this.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't
Like you're
look at
dragging
it.
me along for the show too. I was like, I don't like because I got to think. I was like, she's gonna get like physically beat, and she's gonna be mentally beat. And when
Yeah.
she's mentally beat, I'm the one that's gonna get all that frustration taken out on.
No,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all
So this
weekend.
this is yeah. I was like, this is horrible. It's like it's gonna be a shitty trip for me. I was like, I got to say something.
Right.
do you coach women as well?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I've actually got quite a few.
nice.
I've got it's a higher male ratio, but I've got ballpark between 15 to 20 females under me.
Okay, cool.
Do you have like a certain category, more figure physique chicks, or you can like some wellness bikini girls too?
A little bit of mix of everything over the years. I feel like I have probably done the best, probably in women's physique and figure.
Okay.
I feel like those two categories is where I probably thrive a little bit better at, if I'm just being blatantly honest.
Sure. Yeah.
I feel like they've
That's
defined those classes a little better too.
Yeah,
The
they
judges,
definitely
you
do.
know.
Like that's a thing. Like when it comes to with bodybuilding, I don't necessarily agree with where female bodybuilding is going. And the reason I say that is like the criteria for female bodybuilding should be the same as the criteria for male bodybuilding.
Yep.
So when I know like there's a couple of girls that would probably get pissy about me saying it, but it's not an attack on them. But like you have Michaela Acock, who is like
Yeah.
beyond shredded, and yet you put a fat girl in front of
Yeah, I
her.
know.
Like, yeah, I get it. Michaela's short. She's not the biggest person, but she's carrying a lot of muscle on that frame. It's dense, hard. She knows how to pose. She knows how, like, Michaela does everything right. I mean, her structure, not terrible.
No.
It may not be the best structure. I'm not saying she should be Miss Olympia, but dropping her out of the top five, like, I think that's some BS. Like, I don't understand that. And then when you look at more the bottom side of things, one of the more recent shows, I don't remember, it's within the last week or so. I was looking at the fit model and I was like, man, these girls are looking kind of like bikini-ish and fit model. So if you're going to start awarding the bigger, a little bit harder than what you said you wanted, where does that put bikini at now? Like,
Right.
what are you going to do with that division? And then like when it comes to the bikini category, it's like you have one show where they're super hard, and that's your winner. They're bigger and they're harder. And
Yeah.
then you may have the next show where the girl looks like a high school cheerleader and doesn't really work out in lift weights, and that's your winner. I'm like, you got to make up your mind here. Like Tyler and Jim need to call all the judges at Pittsburgh and just say, hey, look, we're going to have a seminar for our own judging panel, and this is what we want. And if we see anything outside of this, you're gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that with Fit Model making its like pro debut at Pitt in 2 weeks, like they use whatever they judge there as like,
As the criteria.
you know, because then it'll come from like the home office, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's kind of what you know, my wife and all of her friends that are all doing it are hoping, you know, that
Yeah.
there's some clarity that comes out of that show.
Yeah, I hope so too. Like, I really do, because that would be nice to see that. The only thing I think that it sometimes changes the game, and I think this is where the original bikini went wrong, is because everyone wants a leg up on their competition. It's like, from male bodybuilding standpoint, if we can add an extra inch to our arms, we're going to do it, right? If we can add an inch to our legs, we're going to do it. So I feel like when bikini came out, some of these girls just continued to get a little bit bigger, a little bit harder. Not like it was just a progression. So then when you have 15 girls like on a pro stage, and all 15 of them are hard, they're all big, you still have to judge it, right? You can't just be like, well, I don't like anybody here, so nobody wins, everybody go home. You can't do that. So then when one of those bigger, harder girls wins, other people's going to look at that and they're like, well, is this the standard? Is this what they want? But they're not taking into consideration, look at the rest of the lineup. Okay.
Yeah.
As a judge, you can only judge what's in front of you.
That's correct.
It's like oftentimes when you see like someone, for lack of better words, it's just not very good at bodybuilding, and they win an overall. People's like, what was the judges looking at? And I'm like, they were probably looking at everyone up there, and this was the best of the
Yeah.
worst.
Yeah, it was
I
the
mean, I'm
best
not
out
trying
of
to be-
four. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like none of these guys were like top tier, but you had to pick the best of the best. So I feel like because I think the athletes kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit between bikini and figure over the last 10 to 12 years. Like the athletes themselves have changed the division more so than the judges have changed the division. Because when everyone follows suit and everyone continues to get bigger and harder, that's what they're going to be looking at. I mean, that's what they got to look at.
I mean, it's like every division though, because like think about I think 2013 was the original women's physique, and Dana Lynn Bailey won that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
she,
crazy
she
now.
looks she's softer than figure is now.
Mhm.
Yeah. She would get blown away by the figure girls in today's time.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like women's physique has almost turned into like lightweight bodybuilding, you know?
Yeah, actually, I've seen some of those physique girls that could easily pass in women's bodybuilding.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Michaela Aycock, she is like the Sean Clarita of
Yeah. Yeah, and I like her because she keeps a low profile. She doesn't say anything. Like, she lives a pretty normal life. Like, the way she trains, I'll say this. I had a chance to, I don't want to say train with her, but we kind of did train together in 2016. It's whenever Matt was prepping me for the Arnold that year. And she came in because she lived in Ocala, which was like a 2-hour drive. So she came up, and embarrassingly enough, we almost used the same weights on leg day.
Ooh.
Like, I mean, granted, I was 2 weeks out; she was off season. So
Sure.
I'm gonna try to defend myself here, right?
Yeah.
But the power and the strength that she had was just like, I thought like I was gonna cripple her. Nope, nope. It kind of just blew my mind. I could not believe how strong she actually is.
Yeah,
That's
she's
sick.
dude. I feel like I've seen like a lot on her page. She's been like on a horse farm or doing something.
I think she lives on a farm.
Yeah, super low key, like just living life, which is awesome.
Yeah, she doesn't really care for social media that much. She just does her thing and carries on.
Gotta love it.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
So yeah, she's one of the people who truly bodybuilds for her. She's not doing it for anybody else. She's not doing it for sponsorships, contracts. She's doing it for the right reason, and that's for the love of the sport to do it.
Yeah, very, very cool. With your clientele, with like coaching and your clientele, what do you look for in a client?
Sorry, repeat that.
What do you look for in a client with like your coaching?
Like when we start up, or like as we're progressing, or both.
Yeah, like what are you looking for, like characteristic, like quality wise, like how they present themselves, and then yeah, like progression, like what do you look for as you're working with them to know if they're going to go somewhere or not?
The biggest thing is effort, and I think we would all agree on that, because when it comes to effort, a lot of people they think they're giving things 100%, and oftentimes they're not, because even when it comes to like something, most people think that they have training down, and then
Yeah.
like I will there's some people I've had to back them off on things. And there's some people that says, hey, I can't handle this. And I work with that, because again, everyone has different tolerance. But like I've had some people, and I don't want to say this, like I've had some elite level bodybuilders and I'll do their training, like, oh my God, I've never had a session like that before. I'm like, what? Like it's not rocket science, man. Like, what do you mean? What were you training like before?
Yeah.
And then like diet and stuff, like I can say this, like if someone has, I think we would all agree on this. I'm not gonna name names, no male, no female, but like hypothetically, if you have 2 hours of cardio, 50 to 75 micrograms of T3, clean, and no carbs and no fats, protein and veggies, and somehow you manage to gain weight, tell me you're full of shit without telling me you're full of shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
you're
100% full of shit.
You're not doing what I'm telling you. And the only reason we got to that point is probably because you were cheating the whole way up to that point.
Right.
Like it's like I'm never going to start someone 16 weeks out and be like, hey guys, we're going right down to 1,500 calories, 2 hours of cardio, 75 T3. No, that's not how any contest prep starts. Like when I start pushing things and I'm not seeing the results, I'm going to say, okay, I need to pull a little bit of food here, add some cardio here. Now maybe it's time to add in like thermogenics, fat burners, add this. And then it starts to get to the point where it's like, what the hell are you doing wrong? Like, this is not rocket science. What are you not doing?
Yeah.
And I've had a few clients that I've literally had to say, like, I'll either through phone call or voice note, because at that point I don't text. I'm like, we're just going to get straight to it. We're going to go man to man. I'm like, what are you not doing? Are you not doing the cardio? Or are you not following the diet? And I've had people crack, and I've had some of them double down. Most of the time, I usually get the whole like, well, it's been this. I'm like, no. There's no excuses. Like you're making excuses. Like you either want this or you don't want this. It's that simple. Because I promise you, if you're not doing it, the guy standing beside of you in the center of the stage probably did do it, and that's why you're off to the side.
That's right.
So, and I remember, we all know Factory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Factory had this quote. I don't know, he didn't say it like directly to me, but it was like his. Maybe he came up with it, maybe he didn't come up with it. I don't know, but he was the first guy I saw it, and it said, "Champions do what competitors don't."
Mm-hmm.
And that phrase has been engraved into my head. And not only have I used it with bodybuilding, I use it with everything else in life too.
Sure.
Like, because it's valid. There's people who shows up because they thought it was fun. Then there's the people who actually took it serious. Those are the ones that's on top. That applies to both, bodybuilding, school and education, health, business. He who applies the most is probably going to be the one who reaps the most benefit out of it. So my biggest thing is I would rather work with someone with mediocre or less than mediocre genetics that is giving me the results that I'm expecting to see, as to work with someone with elite level genetics that is just pissing on the plan and not actually following.
Right.
So like that's number one. Like I expect transparency. Like if you screw up, I don't want you to screw up, but if you do, just be honest with me. Just don't BS me. Don't tell me that everything was fine that week. Be honest. That way we're on the same page with each other. And like I've had people before check in with me, and I'm like, hey man, how'd the week go? Perfect. I was like, anything off plan? Like, nope. And I'd be like, so I did see on your Instagram where you were eating at this restaurant a couple days ago. You realize I saw your page, right? And then it's like, oh, but I just got a steak and potato. I'm like, I just asked if you had anything off plan. You said no. So what else has been different on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is with like a lot of people, and I think sometimes people don't know on this as well. Like say you want to go to like Texas Roadhouse, you want to get a steak and potato. You're not getting a plain steak and potato.
No.
I don't care what you think you're getting, you're not getting that.
You're getting 50 grams of oil and everything else.
Yep.
It's like, think about it for a second. We've all cooked steak and potato at our house. Why don't ours taste like it
Tastes
does
like
there?
that.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. Like for your potato has most likely been buttered on the outside and then wrapped in foil. So that butter's soaking into it as you're going. Your steak literally gets like a paintbrush of butter on both sides of it before it goes on the grill. I mean, hey, that's why it tastes so good, right? But it doesn't fit your macros. It doesn't fit your plan. If you're in prep, sorry, that's not how we do it. And I've had people tell me before, oh, I was getting this. I'm like, no, cut that shit out.
Yeah.
And it's one thing if you just simply don't know, and
Yeah.
it is what it is, right? If you don't know, that's one thing. But some people know and they just kind of pass it on.
Yeah.
I had a client. I really like these people too, and I felt so bad for saying what I had to say on this. But she was a few days out, like 3 days out. We're talking about food. We're going over everything. This was in person too,
Yeah.
and she had prepared all of her food, but she cooked it all with like soy sauce.
Oh.
I don't like the soy sauce because of the MSG in it. You're
Mhm.
more
Oh.
you're
Okay.
very, very likely to be holding water from that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I literally had to say, I kind of like dropped my head. I was like, man, she's not gonna like this. Like,
Yeah. Make it all.
can you
We
maybe
do
go to
it.
the store and just eat it with just like a little less sodium in it? Like I didn't know how to
Yeah.
word that, but I literally told
Yeah.
her why I did it. They went and did it, and I think we ended up it was third at a pro qualifier. So I mean, it's not what we wanted, but it was a good physique. It just wasn't enough that
Yeah.
night.
Right.
Mm.
But that's not because she didn't screw up. She just
You just didn't
didn't
know.
didn't
No.
know.
Yeah.
And
But
that's like
those
one of the
lessons,
things like do what?
sorry, some of those lessons for the people that don't know are the best because they'll never forget it again if they really want
Yeah,
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
correct. Yes. Yeah, I remember like when I was a kid, I've told this story before too. Like I didn't know. I thought I was going to have a lawsuit against Jif when I was 18 years old because I'd get like a jar of peanut butter and it says there's 14 servings, but it's only lasted me like 3 days. I'm like, should last 2 weeks. I didn't realize that a measuring spoon and just taking a full tablespoon full because I'm 18 years old. Right?
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
I didn't quite realize that was not the same thing.
Yeah.
So like I wasn't taking a measuring spoon and like leveling it at the top. I was like 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Cool. It's like two big
Yeah.
giant scoops. Really, I'm getting probably like 80 grams of peanut butter. I'm eating like 3 ounces of peanut butter, and I'm thinking that's a serving.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, that sounds
It
amazing.
does.
So like I
Yeah.
wasn't cheating on my diet. I just didn't know what I was doing was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that.
So like there's that, and like I've had to correct people. And those I just kind of laugh about. And I'm like, hey man, don't worry about it. We move on. Now you know we move forward. But it's like the situations where you screw up during peak week because you ate too much. I'm like, come on, man, you didn't screw up. You planned that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the food didn't just magically get Instacarted to your house. Like you went out of your way to get it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the type of stuff that like it's very frustrating because like I've had it happen with people where I feel like would have easily won a show, whether it be a local level show, pro qualifier, or even a pro show. I've had pros screw up during peak week, and I'm like, come on, man, like, come the fuck on.
Yeah.
Like, random backstory on it. I was guest posing one time, and I didn't know if this guy, because like for example, there's people like back home from Kentucky where I'm at, and they're like, oh yeah, me and Justin are friends, and somebody will be like, do you know so and so? I'm like, no. They're like, well, he says he's friends with you. And I'm like, he knows me. It doesn't mean we're friends because I don't even know the name.
Yeah.
So this guy, I'm at this guest posing, and he told me that him and Cedric were like best friends. Of course, again, I take that with a grain of salt. Well, it turns out they were together the entire time at the show. Like that was legitimately, they were legit friends. But prior to that, he told me a story, and it makes sense because Cedric was never 100% on stage. I don't think we ever saw the best version that we could have saw of Cedric. And I'm not saying this is a bad thing because I mean
Yeah.
I love Cedric, but he told me he got a call. Remember, Cedric won the New York Pro, I think, in 2011 or 2012. I don't remember which year specifically, but that may have been his best look. He looked really, really good. Aceto oftentimes wants to stay in the room with you. Like he wants a double
Yeah.
bed and he stays with you.
Right.
I don't know if that's because he genuinely just wants to stay on top of things, or maybe he wants to see what you're doing behind closed doors.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know. So he said that it was one day out, and Cedric called him, and he goes, "Dude, why is your echo in the background?" He goes, "Oh, it's because I'm in the bathroom." He goes, "Well, you can call me when you're not taking a shit. You know, call me in like 5 minutes or something." He goes, "No, no, no." He goes, "I'm in the hotel, the lobby bathroom downstairs." He goes, "Why are you there and not in the room?" He goes, "Oh man, Chris has been up my ass for like 3 days." He goes, "I had to slip downstairs and get some grits." I'm like, so you told your coach that you had to go take a shit, and you went downstairs to go grab a bowl of grits and eat it in the bathroom at one day out.
That's crazy.
Like, when I hear stories like that, I'm just like, holy shit. Like, that would have never crossed my mind at any
Yeah,
stage.
yeah.
No, too much work has been done to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just don't understand. At that point, if you don't trust your coach at one day out, you should probably fire him a long time ago.
Exactly.
That's funny because
So,
I was up in Syracuse, obviously, right? And Blair Moan, who I think you did
I remember Blair. I mean, we were both
nationals
Kentucky
with.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Blair trained in Louisville,
yeah,
Kentucky.
yeah. So he's a great guy, by the way. But yeah, he was obviously up in Syracuse, and he like a couple days before he was in a peak week or something, went into this place, the Vitaglow. It's vitaglow.com. Crazy Mike, the warehouse or whatever, Vitamin Warehouse. And he went in there and ate an entire box of fucking like metric bars, like 2 or 3 days before the show, and like blew up. He couldn't stand it. But
Oh man,
worst I've heard somebody blowing a peak. But
that's I hate to say it, but like it fits. I like Blair, just for the record. Like, Blair's always been super cool with me. He's one of the strongest human beings I've ever seen work out as well.
super strong.
Like, freaky strong. But if you ever looked at his stage shots, he was never really like super crisp. And when you hear people saying, "Oh, it's my genetics," or "the peak week went bad," this is the type of stuff that they don't tell you that happened behind the scenes.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So, like, oftentimes the answer is looking the person in the mirror. They just don't want to face it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was I had a friend of mine. He's a coach as well. He sent me this thing. He dropped a client at one day out, left him hanging at one day out, and for pretty valid reason too. It was a female client. She asked him if she could have fried shrimp, like the 2 days out.
No.
Like, fried shrimp. Like, if you really wanted to have like sauteed shrimp and use pan spray, I'll probably let you have it. Fine. If you want to replace shrimp with chicken, but fried shrimp, no, we're not doing that.
Right.
So he told her no. And I saw the pictures, and she looked really good as well. But he said, no, we're going to keep doing what we've been doing. Well, the next day, or one day out, she checks in and says she accidentally ate it anyway. And he was just like, you didn't accidentally eat shit. He goes, you asked me about it. I said no, and you did it anyways. He goes, it sounds like you know more than I do. Finish it yourself. And he just walked away.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. How do you accidentally fall?
And you don't accidentally do anything. It's like the meme. It's not the meme, but it's like the reel that's going around now. People's made fun of
That
about
gal?
the girls. Like, my husband was a bodybuilder, and I accidentally took his stuff. Like,
How do you accidentally take far incline?
For a month.
yeah,
For a month.
It's I accidentally fall every other day onto, like, when I'm prepping, I accidentally fall onto a syringe of Monster. I don't know how. It just happens all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Exactly. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was some serious shit to actually come out and say you accidentally took your husband's gear. Like, at that point, you should just own it and be like, yeah, I fucked up. I'll take the suspension. I'll go on.
Yeah. She's suspended either way, right? Well, she was suspended for 6 months anyways. So.
Yeah, at least don't make yourself look like an idiot.
Yeah,
exactly.
now she just looks retarded. You know what I mean?
I will say this. When accidents can happen, I'm not going to name drop this person. I just recently found out, but this has been the most craziest story I've ever heard. He was taking his supplements, and this was an accident.
Yeah.
So you guys know what it means to aspirate? I'm not talking about aspirate a syringe.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, you don't?
Only, I know aspirated a syringe, but not. Are you talking about
This
pills?
is something else?
No. So, you know what? Typically, let me give you an example. You've heard of like heroin addicts and stuff. Whenever they pass out, they'll puke and choke on their own puke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, what you're doing is, like, if you're on your back, if you puke,
Oh, yeah.
suck it down into your lungs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I worked with this particular person for a while now, and he's had a few issues like over the last couple of months. And this is again, I'll never put a name to a face on this because I want to be as confidential as I possibly can. But like this was a crazy story. But like he grabs like his morning supplements, and I don't mean gear, but just like his actual health supplements. And I guess the back of an earring was down the table. And he
Oh,
went to choke him down. Well, I guess he kind of choked a little bit, and just so happens the damn earring piece aspirated into his lungs.
holy shit.
I
What?
saw that when I read that message, like I immediately was like, "You are a lucky man to be alive right now."
That's insane.
That's
Like I have so yeah, but you don't accidentally take Anavar or Primo or whatever that girl did. But
No,
that was the
Yeah.
only time I know someone would ever swipe like their pills off and have an accident like that.
Yeah.
yelling at my girl for sure. Hearing doing there.
Yeah, well, yeah, but when he told me that, I was like, man, that's got to be the wackiest, craziest story I've ever heard that you
oh,
lived through.
yeah.
That's some wild shit.
I mean, I've had the reason the severity of it is like when something goes into your lungs, it's oftentimes fatal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one time, this was during a phase when I was about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago now. So I have a little bit of a Nutella problem. Just gonna say that.
Okay.
We
I
all.
like it a little too much, but
Yeah.
apparently, if you eat too much of it, I'll get a little bit of acid reflux.
Okay.
So I remember I got some. I guess I had a little bit of puke in the middle of the night, and I
Oh
didn't
no.
realize it. And I woke up gasping for air, but there was nothing coming in and there was nothing going out because it was already in my airway.
Oh
I'm
no.
like, and this was the time my parents came to my house and they had spent the night at my house.
Yeah.
And we were going to, like, if I'm going out on the boat, I normally leave at like 5 a.m., sometimes earlier if I don't sleep. So rather than having my dad's my fishing buddy. So
Right.
he was going out with me. So they were literally just staying in the bedroom in the back. And I woke up, I'm like, well, you can't say anything. So I kind of I tried to get through the house and I was just pounding the walls like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the time they woke up, I'm in the kitchen, or I'm in the living room floor, and I'm literally on my knees. And I thought to myself, like, you're gonna fucking suffocate and die right now. You're literally gonna
Oh
die
my
right
God.
now. And I remember my mom gets up and she's like, "What do you want me to do, Justin? What's going on?" I'm like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
And
can't tell
breathe.
you what's going on, but I created like this little bit of a cough, and I'm like, okay, there was a little bit of air pass through, and
Yeah.
I started inducing coughing, and then the next thing you know, I kind of spit up like a big
Shit.
puddle of Nutella.
Yeah. Just stuck in there. Yeah.
Oh my
I really
god.
thought, I was like, man, of all ways to die, death by Nutella.
Dude.
Holy shit. Yeah.
And it wasn't like a diabetic episode. It was like a fucking
No,
by Nutella.
no,
Just a
no. I've
chunk
got
of
my
shit.
A1C right now is under 5. It's like 4.7, 4.8.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just ate a little too much Nutella and it didn't sit right with me. And yeah, it
Yeah.
almost fucking killed me.
Fuck.
Fuck. That's funny. Oh.
So Nutella's a vice, but you're a big eater. We're all fucking big foodies on here. So like what's your favorite kind of meal?
Um, so all breakfast food is like top
Oh yeah.
priority.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we
Breakfast food is
said.
top priority. And I have to say, I've said this pretty much my whole life, it's not changed. Pancakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't want the basic pancakes. They got to be like good toppings.
Mhm.
Where it's like I'll make my own too, because the reason I make my own is I'm usually disappointed with store or like restaurant stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if I want like peanut butter banana pancakes, I don't want two big giant pancakes with 15 grams of peanut butter. I want half the jar on there.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
let me have it. I'll pay extra for it. That's okay. I don't need a fourth of a banana and 1 tablespoon I want my old school, like the tablespoons that I used to
Yeah.
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 That's what I want on there. So I would say pancakes and waffles has got to be like number one, number two. And then it's really hard to beat a good, and depending on where you guys are from, you may agree. You being a New York guy, you guys do deep dish up there, right? Pizza.
Nah, then I'm
Oh, so you're on more like that's like New Haven style though, isn't it?
yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm from Connecticut originally. Yeah. So
Okay, so yeah, you like that. It's thin. It looks like it's burnt on the bottom, but that's like
Yeah.
how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That's good too. But I like the dough, like the real thick crust pizza.
Okay.
So you're like Chicago then.
The deep dish, like
Okay,
the
okay,
casserole.
so yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like the thin. I do like the thin crust, like the New Haven style pizza.
Yeah.
I like them both. And then cheesecake. That's got to be up there too. That's the best dessert for me.
Best is
Yeah.
ever, man. I don't care what anyone says.
Actually, I'll show you the size of this thing. I had my mom make this, so I usually take. Right now, I'm in pretty good shape. I'm tooting my own horn, but I take one day a week and I eat what I want. Doesn't matter what it is. So I want to put this into perspective. The size. You guys can see this. This was banana pudding from last night.
That's huge.
And my mom and dad had a quarter of it, and I ate 3/4 of this last night.
Yeah.
So, like, when I say I can eat, I can eat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Banana
I cleaned the
pudding is
Tupperware.
like-
It's still sitting there on the table, but yeah, that was probably a good 3 to 4 pounds of banana pudding.
Oh, that sounds so good. now.
It does.
Banana pudding is so slept on. That's like one of my top favorite desserts. It's like comfort.
This one was with chessman cookies instead of the vanilla wafers.
Sure.
I
Ooh.
think next one I want to try is going to be with Biscoff cookies.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, Biscoff.
that would be good. That would be
Banana
good.
pudding with Biscoff cookies in it. That would
Oh
be good.
man.
Well, you better send us a picture.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll figure out my mom's recipe and I'll make a giant like one like 10 times this big. And if everybody's in Vegas,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
maybe like my responsibility is to like cook up desserts and shit.
We'll all bring something.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to keep my clients lean. I'm not supposed to be doing this.
Well, Tommy's doing the amateur O, so he'll be ready to fucking eat. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, we are all big breakfast people for sure.
Yeah, that's got to be the best meal of the day for me. If I'm having something that's off plan, it's got to be the breakfast food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I got to know, what are your thoughts on this whole peptides like
Oh.
fucking rage right now?
So, as bodybuilders, and you've been around a little while in this too, like that like the basic peptides have been around a long time, and I actually hate because this shit pops up on like my news feeds and stuff, like on Facebook and Instagram, and I hate seeing the ads for it because I sometimes get sucked into the comments and I look into things, and I hate seeing how average people. When I say average people, like non-bodybuilders, so maybe they're average or not average, like. People put all their faith into it, and the OG peptides is BPC and TB500.
Mhm.
Those I'll swear by. I like them. I used them. I used them before most people even knew what they were. I had to use it my first time in 2011. I had plantar fasciitis, and I fixed it in like a week and a half. Pain was gone.
Did
Never
you
had
stick
it
it in
since.
your foot?
No. Oh, hell no. Because it's in your heel.
I was thinking that too. I was like, ugh,
No.
right in the soul. Just
No. Oh,
Fucking-
no. But it worked. It worked very
Yeah.
well. So I've been sold on that. And then melanotan was also one of the original peptides.
Yep.
And when I was younger, I think as a younger guy, you're a little bit more vain. As you get older, you're just like, I don't give a fuck at this point. Like, that's how I am anyways. It's like I wanted to be tan all the time, and I took melanotan. I liked it. But a lot of the newer stuff that we're seeing nowadays, I just saw this thing popped up today, and I hate the fact that people are calling it the Wolverine stack as well, like between the
Yeah.
TB500,
Yeah.
because it's one of those things that I feel like the FDA can just kind of, when peptides was just considered a gray area, they can just kind of not pay attention to it. But when you have half the general population that's talking about it, it kind of forces them to look at it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't like the thought of that because I feel like this is a way to get it taken away from everyone, or it's going to be a way to just make it prescription only and make it very difficult to get.
Yeah.
So I wish people would either stop using it for the wrong reasons or just use it and shut the fuck up and don't
Yeah,
talk about
sure.
it so much publicly.
Exactly.
Like use it, but don't broadcast it, because you're gonna kill a good thing for everyone with this. So I
Yeah.
saw this medical researchers saying how, we can prove that TB 500 and BPC link to cancer. And I'm like, oh, okay, right. So you probably had 1 in 10,000 cases where that happened, and all of a sudden now it's horrible. So like you got that, but I have a feeling that's probably not the peptides you were asking. You were probably thinking of like, the newer stuff like the SLU, the Retta,
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Ozempic.
in general, I think I know the one that you saw on Instagram, by the way, was it a clip from the Sean Ryan podcast?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
So
wife sent that to me, and she was like,
yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
I think
Whatever.
that's what I said.
But yeah, I mean, just in general, like everybody has jumped on this whole peptide thing, like steroids used to be so like taboo, right? Like, oh my God, you're taking steroids, and then now everybody in the general population is like, give me all these Chinese things that I don't actually know what they do, but I hear it'll make me, skinnier or whatever, save my muscle, and I don't have to diet as hard. You know what I mean? Like there's just like a lot of faith in something that the general population probably needs to know more about before doing
Definitely.
it.
So like when it comes like the GH releasing peptides, I'll have this conversation with anyone anytime. I would much rather if someone wants to go that route, like I hear about like Tesmarelin, that's usually the big one that we're seeing around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you look at what it actually costs, like whether you get it through prescription or whether you get it as a peptide through like the gray market, doesn't really matter. The amount of money that you're going to spend on that versus GH, like if you were to figure it out, like you could probably take 5 to 6 IU of GH for what you would be getting to be equivalent to like 1 IU of GH
Yeah.
through Tesmarelin.
Correct.
It's like, wow, are you just proud of yourself because you had a doctor prescribe it to you? Does that make you feel better about it because a doctor put his name on it? Like,
Right.
and I think that's the case for a lot of people because like, oh, my doctor said it's okay. It's like if you want to take GH, take GH. Don't go with the other stuff. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but like one is going to be a lot more effective than the other. So like if I'm going to use it, I would go with GH. And then I never had a problem with food noise. Yeah, I'm a big foodie, as you can see. We just had
Yeah.
that conversation. But I also know that when I'm hungry, it doesn't bother me. So with food noise, like when we start talking about the GLPs and stuff like that, I'm not saying they don't work. I'm not saying that they don't have a place, but there's too much. People put too much faith into these, and
Yeah.
when it comes to the general population on it, people they don't understand that. Like, well, for one, any drug you put in your system can have side effects.
Yep.
Like Cat Williams made the greatest comment ever one time on one of his comedy shows. He said, talking about weed. He goes, nobody dies from weed. He goes, but I promise you, if you take a whole bottle of Tylenol, it'll be the last headache you're ever going to have.
Yep.
Mhm.
Like everyone can have a problem. So like, and I'm sure they're all probably aware of the issues that could or could not happen with the GLPs. Yeah, you can lose weight from it, of course. It's
Yeah.
kind of taking the cheap way out, but I think the biggest thing is people don't understand that, like, in order for this to be sustainable long term, either one, you're going to take it for the rest of your life, or two, you're going to have to learn to control yourself and learn how to eat properly. And that's like when people are blindly getting their hands on this and they're losing weight, I feel like those are the people that don't need access to that because you're not using it for the right reasons. Like, I would be okay if these people were to take like Retta or Ozempic or whatever. If they want to take it and they're losing weight, but they're learning proper eating habits and they're learning how to exercise,
Yeah.
I still think you should have found better ways to motivate yourself to do that. But that's okay because at least you're trying and you're putting forth the effort. And maybe that's what it took to give you that motivation. But like when you stop it, your old habits is still going to be there, and you're probably going to be
Yeah.
just as fat, if not fatter, when it's all said and done. So I think I don't have a lot of like faith in them for that reason. They're not a long-term solution, and people seem to think that it is.
Mm.
And then with Retta, it obviously does have some other properties about it rather than just suppressing your appetite. But it's one of those things that, like, I'm not saying it works or it doesn't work. I always tell people, like, because I have clients who reach out to me, should I use it? Should I not use it? And I'm like, can you keep your head on straight and not work? Can you follow the diet? Because if you can follow the diet, I'd actually rather you not use it.
Yeah.
Now, if you're struggling that hard that you just simply cannot keep your hand out of the cookie jar, then fine, okay. But understand this is only short term, and like this is
Yeah.
not, the answer to your problems. Like you're still going to have to figure this out unless you want to do this every single prep for the rest of your life. But with the general population, so obviously excluding bodybuilders, I'll see like a celebrity or sometimes not a celebrity, just an average person. You'll see them post their pictures, and let's say they're 13% body fat at 175 pounds. So they got abs at 13% body fat. Now I'll read the comment. It's like TRT plus Retta. And I'm like, you losers really think it takes steroids and Retta to have 13% body fat and be
Yeah.
175 pounds?
Yeah.
Like, you all are kind of sad, but that's where the general population is nowadays with this.
Yeah.
Because TRT is so openly talked about. And I'll see people say stuff like,
Yeah.
well, they'll say things like, well, he's on mega doses of TRT. I'm like, hey, newsflash, dumbass. If you're going to talk about something, there's no such thing as mega doses of TRT. It's either
Yeah.
TRT or it's a cycle. There's no mega dose of TRT. There's no high dose of TRT. It's either you're on TRT or you're on a cycle. There is no middle area here.
That's
And
right.
then they're like, oh, it's TRT plus. I'm like,
Your favorite.
no, that's called a bodybuilder who was afraid to come off. So he decided to lower his dosages. He's still on a cycle. It's not TRT. It's a made up term.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I
And
feel like
I'm not for it. I'm not against it. But if you guys are going to talk about it, then you got to get it right.
Exactly.
right.
Yeah, I think you should always learn to have a solid foundation where you're just going to keep repeating the same mistakes over and over.
Correct.
Well, yeah, I feel
100%.
like the Ozempic and the tirzepatide and the Retta and stuff, like that crew of like normies or whatever that are utilizing them is kind of like the same people that utilize like the lap belts and like the surgeries where they
Slingshot.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The that surgery crew that was extremely fat and then use the lap bands to shrink their stomachs, who never learned the actual proper nutrition to keep that stomach small.
It's the same crowd, yes.
Back now, they've just reverted to injections. You know what I mean?
Yep. Same crowd, same exact crowd of people. It's always people that, and then I hear the excuses. Like, and I don't ever engage. I try not to. I have before. But like, I try not to engage in the conversations. But it's always like, but you don't know, you don't understand. I'm like, I do know and I do understand. And what I understand is you're too weak to actually follow a structured plan. And that's the only thing I'm seeing from this.
Yep. Yeah.
Like you weigh 400 pounds. There's a reason why you got to 400 pounds. And now to get out of that, you're going to do the exact opposite of that.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like when people try to act like you don't understand, it's for medical purposes. I'm like, obesity is not, that's your choice. That's not because you didn't wake up fat like that.
That's right.
Now, granted, obviously, some people may have Hashimoto's, thyroid issues, whatnot. I get all that. Go address those. Go address those before you go start, hopping on other stuff that you don't need. You're going through andropause or menopause, fix your hormones. Do that. Do the right thing. Don't go immediately saying, "Oh, it's my metabolism, my genetics," or you don't understand my life circumstances, my stress. Address those. Address the problems at hand. But people don't want to address that. They want the quick fix.
Yeah, they don't go to the source. They go to the symptom.
They
right?
just put Band-Aid on. They don't actually try to fix it.
I do think when it comes to those, I'm going to somewhat defend those particular peptides, because I think a lot of people they're not using it in the correct dosages that they should be using. So when you hear the horror stories of people going blind, the gastroparesis, like all that stuff, and then like the bone density stuff that we're seeing that's just now starting to emerge.
Yeah.
Like I question whether or not are you doing the dosage that you were supposed to be doing, or did you see some results from, because people, well, if one did good, then two's going to be great. And if two's great,
Yeah.
then four's going to be awesome. Do you fall into that path where it's like, well, you were supposed to be taking a half a milligram 3 times a week, and the next thing you know, you're taking 2 milligrams 3 times a week.
Right.
Just because you can afford it, don't mean you should do it. Just because you're able to tolerate it, don't mean you should do it. But like when you have someone who's like morbidly obese, like legitimately obese, and all of a sudden they're losing 4 to 5 pounds a week, it becomes like an obsession for them. And then the next thing you know, they're going to be the horror story that, now I'm skinny fat and I lost all my muscle. It's like, if you're looking for sympathy, it's in the dictionary somewhere between shit and syphilis. Because you're not getting sympathy from me on that.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we all agree that
It's like, you remember back in the day, you used to be able to buy the stockers that would have ephedra in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like those were actually legit. Like, but obviously that got taken away from us too because people were abusing it the wrong way.
Yeah.
I remember a very unique story. I was around 17, 18 at the time, and there was a kid that was like 18 years old that I guess I remember reading the article. The kid didn't look like he was like super fat. He was just a little bit overweight, probably 28, 30% body fat. Like he wasn't like 400 pounds or anything like that. Again, a little bit overweight. But I can't remember the dosage that he was taking, but it was like 6 times the maximum limit. And he had a heart attack and he died. And ever since that story, it was like, then it became talked about in the news more and more and more. The next thing you know, it's banned. And I'm like, because one person does something stupid like that doesn't mean that we all should lose rights to it. But unfortunately, I feel like when it comes to like the Wolverine stack, for lack of better terms, that may be where we're going to be with that. Too many people's going to use it. There's going to be issues with it. And then the next thing you know, they're going to deem it as some type of horrible drug, and then it's going to be hard to get.
Yep. Yeah. That or like the pharmaceutical companies get their mitts on it and make it.
Well, it's already in.
They're already trying that.
Yeah, they were doing that.
Yeah. They put out a whole list like a month or two ago of like, I think it's like 10 different peptides that are in like phase 1 testing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, they're definitely they're going to try to monetize off that as much as possible.
100%.
It's kind of like back in the 70s, if you took LSD or acid or mushrooms, stuff like that, you were, what's the word? You're not a junkie. What do you call someone who does that? Like, somebody smokes weed, you're a pothead. You take pills, you're a pillhead. What's somebody who takes like mushrooms? What's the word for that?
Mushrooms?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But like,
Psychedelics?
any type of psychedelic. But like, those were always demonized by the media and stuff. And I think now that we know that like they do have medicinal benefits, now all of a sudden you're seeing these articles come out like it's actually good for anxiety, depression, PTSD. So here soon, Big Pharma is going to grab a hold of it, and now they'll prescribe it for 10 times the price that we were getting it for before.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
We're getting like 2.5 hours. Do you mind rating or looking at James's physique and just tell us what you think about
Sure.
like where he's at right now? Yeah. Like a little physique
don't hold
breakdown.
back.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you gonna pull it up, Justin?
Yeah.
I know you're a straight shooter.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see what I can do here.
He's gonna take a look into the 4 plates deep group chat with all the food posts.
Yeah.
Fucking
Speaking of pancakes, I had yesterday Blue gave me a couple, so that was nice.
Did you get any this or that's or no?
Did I? No.
I didn't.
You didn't? All right. I can try to put one together real quick while you're doing that.
I don't know what I posted, but my stuff's like not going through.
All right. Here's the big boy.
My face is ugly. I get that.
Yeah, but we can't fix that right now, bud. We can
All right. Is there a way to zoom in a little bit bigger or zoom in a little bit?
Fuck, I don't know. I'm on a fucking. Oh, there you
Yep,
go.
it's working.
There we go.
How's that?
How many weeks have we got here?
Well,
11 and 12.
Oh, yeah, you working with blue, right?
yeah.
Is that what you said? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I thought you were pretty overlooked. Was it nationals that you did?
US
Yeah.
or North Americans.
I don't know what the hell happened there. But from this photo, I mean, you're very large. Conditioning wise, looks solid for 12 weeks out. What else you got as far as poses? You have any
it.
more?
I think I,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
I
it.
switch
rolled
over.
through. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with this pose. Let's do a side and a back.
All right. Hold on. Now that I know how to work this fucking computer. Let's see. Oh,
Okay. So from the side view, like I said, conditioning wise, 12 weeks out, you're going to be on with that. I think from the side, I'm comparing like your quad. I think you could probably use a little bit more thickness through the quad and the hamstring both on the side. So essentially, your quad would just get to be a little bit bigger, but your hamstring could drop a little bit more. But that could also be your posing too, because I can't see like a 3D like I'm not like walking around you. So I don't know if you have that hamstring like pushed up against the other leg, but your upper body is kind of overshadowing your lower here. The upper body's huge. So I think a little bit more hamstring drop would help this pose. And you can also kind of play with your stance, like your height, and see if you can get more out of it. Because maybe if you stand up a little bit taller, it might be able to make that hamstring drop down or like push together more.
Yeah, I think I can get more knee pushing it if I stand up a little straighter. I'll try that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see the back shots.
Do the back lat.
oh, we'll get to your back lat. We love your back lat.
It was a good one.
But I mean, see, this is a good shot too for you. Like, you don't have weak quads here. Like I said, I think the side shot was probably more just an angle thing that need to be corrected. You don't really look like you have weak hamstrings here. And I think you're going to be a guy who can actually push his hips forward and flex your glutes and not lose your adductors. Because I hate when I see guys stick their butt back when they don't
Yep.
need to stick their butt back. You would be fine doing that. Lower back looks tight here to be this far out. I said your arms and shoulders are massive. Calves are good on this. I don't see anything that needs to be corrected on it. I mean, I can tell the angle of the camera is low. So, like, normally the biggest thing you see people, they need to rotate their arms more. But where that camera is low, I think your arms are probably in a good spot there. You said you're going to show me the rear lat, right?
Yeah. Let me get to that. There we go.
Is this the money shot? Yeah, this is
I'm
the money
squishing a little
shot.
bit.
You know what's kind of crazy on this is I don't like it on most people. But see where your hands are positioned? I think because like your lats are huge and also your mid back has the right thickness. Like it's a very large, dense back. You actually pull that pose off well. But one thing that I would consider, and I don't know why the judges don't really, I don't think I like it like this personally. I don't know if they like it or not, but just when you're standing up there with 5 other guys, I would say the other 4 are probably going to have their thumbs like kind of dig into their waist the way like the traditional style. I would probably hit that pose the way that they hit it. That way the judges have something equal to compare across the board. It's kind of like when one person does like the regular side tricep and then somebody does it the way Dorian used to do it, like with one leg back.
Right.
I would try to hit it the way everyone else is going to, just for comparison sake. But I would definitely throw that into your 60-second, throw that into your night routine because that's a great shot.
All right.
I would just keep it that way. Again, there's no discrepancies between. It's like, for example, in the classic physique division, when they say hit your favorite classic pose, I'm like, what is this? Because everyone's doing a different pose. You can't judge that.
Yeah.
So I would try to match exactly what the person beside of you is doing. That way they can like get a full better comparison of it.
You want to do the ab and thigh in the middle?
Oh yeah. Hold on. This one or this one?
Or no, the one on the left. Sorry.
One on the left.
Yeah.
And by the way, on that most muscular, the one that you just had, you don't have to go back to it. But I think with your hands class, I think that's more of the money shot for you.
Right on.
Because it truly just shows the amount of thickness that you have up here. When you put your hands on your hip, I think it shows a little bit more gaps.
Okay.
Now, on this pose, the one thing I think that would make you a little bit better and a little bit more stand outish is like, so when you have your hands here, if you like, so when you kind of pull it in, if you notice how like my arm, like I'm pulling up right here. So as you pull up, you should see your lat pop out because your back is obviously not a problem. But I think if you can make those lats pop out and jump forward a little bit, so essentially kind of pull up, think about doing like a pullover machine in order to get your lats to pop out. I think that'll make you have a lot better silhouette because it's going to give a little bit more of an X frame as well.
Okay. Oh yeah.
But otherwise, I don't know if I would change anything else. I would probably pull my arms a little bit closer together. You don't want to be like in here with it.
But close up that gap.
Close it up just a little bit and then lift them up. And then obviously you're going to crunch down. But I think when you can lift your arms up to make your lats come forward, it's going to make that pose look significantly better.
No. Okay.
Yeah. And
By the way, what gym is that anyway? It looks kind of cool by the background.
TBC, Tacoma Barbell here in Tacoma.
Will Sauce trains there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. Yep.
yeah. So this is his other most muscular.
I would go with that one over the hands on hips because this one just shows like raw sheer mass. I would pick that pose over the other one 10-1.
Okay.
Especially, you're going to be a super heavyweight. You're going to be up there with the biggest of the biggest. So you need to look big. And I think this one shows just the true fitness and size that you have.
What's your weight at right now?
Let me take a stab at it. How tall are you?
Yeah. 6'1", just under.
290, 300?
Yep. 304. I was 299 before the refeed. Yeah.
Okay.
Big bastard.
But yeah, you're probably going to be, I'm going to estimate 280-ish on stage.
Yeah, I just want to be peeled, man. That's it.
Yeah, don't worry about the number. Don't pay attention to that. Just be shredded.
Yep. If I can be straight and pose, I think I got a good chance to battle it out with the top guys.
Sorry, we don't mean to keep you so long. I know it's been a while, but do you guys want to do a this or that real quick, like a fast food one?
Yeah.
Sure.
Always.
Okay.
We'll stop.
All right. This is just like drive-through fast food, and then we'll do the sit-down one, and then we'll. I
Yeah,
just want to
appreciate
see.
that, Justin.
No
All
worries,
right,
man. Yeah, if you ever want any other opinions, just hit me up. Just message me.
Appreciate it.
All right, I'll go quick. So, McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's.
Burger King.
90s Burger King
Really?
and today's Burger King.
Really, Burger King, eh?
Yeah.
McDonald's.
If it's
Over
90s
McD.
Burger King, I'd do Burger King. But if it's today's McDonald's.
Honestly, I haven't eaten either one forever. but
It's been
I
a
love
long time for
McDonald's,
me,
man.
too.
I like a Whopper
right.
over a Big Mac or something.
Well, you got to get 2 or 3.
Exactly.
All right. Popeyes or KFC?
KFC. I'm a
Yeah.
Kentucky boy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He's got to go. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Everyone agree?
Yeah.
KFC.
Taco Bell or Del Taco?
I've never eaten Del Taco, so I can't really
No.
say. I know my
I go-
body. I don't do well with Taco Bell, so I got to say Del Taco.
Yeah, I
Okay.
only rent Taco Bell, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy John's or Jersey Mike's?
Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's.
Jimmy
I
John's.
agree. Jersey
Jimmy
Mike's.
John's, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Five Guys or Shake Shack?
Five Guys.
5 Guys.
I'm going to go Shake Shack on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Do a little variety because of the chicken sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. In-N-Out or Whataburger?
In and out.
And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, we've got a pizza one. Domino's or Pizza Hut?
Pizza Hut for me.
The Hut.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like you got to go the Hut.
Yeah, I just like the garlic crust at Domino's.
Domino's? Yeah, me too.
That
Me
is
too.
good.
Pizza Hut
Super
had like
garlicky.
a garlic palm crust for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
All
also,
right,
they
well-
had like a thicker edge around it too, because I'm saying I like the thicker
Yeah.
crust.
Yeah. All right, this is sit down edition real quick. So, Applebee's or Chili's?
Chili's.
Phillies.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Olive Garden or Carrabba's?
Carrabba's.
I've only had all of them. I don't know what them is.
Okay.
I'm going Carrabba's.
Okay. Texas Roadhouse or Outback?
Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. Dude, those rolls.
Texas Roadhouse. For the rolls, yes, the cinnamon bun.
You gotta
Yeah.
go for the rolls, man.
The butter too. Bro.
All right. Buffalo Wild Wings or Hooters?
I'm gonna go B-dubs on this.
Yeah.
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 You don't go to Hooters for the food.
We go.
Yeah, right. All right. Fridays or Ruby Tuesday?
I'm gonna go Fridays.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Fridays.
Yeah. Sure.
All right. This one is an epic battle for me. Cheesecake Factory or BJ's Restaurant?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, you.
I feel like I have to say Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake is my
Yeah,
favorite.
dude. BJ's is good too, though, man. Fuck.
I love that
I'm gonna
cheesecake.
go
at
with.
It just,
Anytime
I
can
feel like
go
it
to
just
Cheesecake
depends if you
Factory,
want
I
a cheesecake or a fucking Pizookie.
Yeah,
I
those
think that's-
Bazookies are so good
They
too.
are good.
I've got to go with BJ's on that, specifically because they have a hell of a variety of pizza that I think is
Yeah,
better.
they do.
Than,
They
They
do.
do.
And
Yeah.
they have a menu that's just as long as like Cheesecake Factory. So
Yeah.
like if you got a group of people, then
Yeah.
you can't really be picky there because you can
Yeah.
find it.
And
We
plus
went
And
there
the
after
Pizookies?
we went there after North Americans, and James got like 7 pounds of wings.
dude, those wings were so good, dude. So yeah, I gotta go BJ's too.
This was BJ's, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she just kept bringing them, and I was like, all right.
Are they like boneless or sorry, bottomless or what?
No, it's
No, he just ordered a bunch.
Yeah,
It was like right when we got off stage, we went there.
yeah. Chugged water and then brought on the wings. And I had a salad too. That was so good.
For health. Salad for health.
Yeah, just to balance it out.
Yeah.
Didn't you get too many Pizookies? You couldn't finish them.
Yeah, I got two, and I ate half one. I was falling asleep. I was
Yeah. All right. Cracker Barrel or Denny's?
Cracker Barrel all day.
done.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel. I love the pancakes there. They're just like crispy.
Blueberry main pancakes.
Yeah.
What I always got
I-
was they had fried apples. I would
Yeah.
order the French toast, and I would get the fried apples as a side.
them on
and put
there.
it on it. Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So good.
That was really good.
IHOP or Waffle House?
IHOP.
Yeah.
IHOP.
Ah,
I'm not trying to get shot at a Waffle House.
I was gonna say the Waffle House is always kind of fucking ghetto, no matter where you're at. Doesn't matter what
Yeah.
city you're in.
I like Waffle House though.
Nothing
like
beats
that
going to a Waffle House
shitty-
in the morning, and you're
Oh,
just like
yeah.
one person in there.
Yeah. Well, it depends where you're at. You might not be the only person there.
Yeah, there's still people still coming from the night before there.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. This one, Red Robin or no, we already did Five Guys.
Red Robin.
Red Robin or Ford's Garage?
Ooh, Ford's Garage.
I've only had Red Robin.
Where's
You haven't had Ford's
Yeah.
Garage? Have you had
I've
Ford's?
been to. I take that back. I've been to a Ford's Garage in. Hey, where was I at when I ate Ford's Garage with ID? Do you remember that? Remember my twin was there, Brandon. I'm still going to go with Red Robin because Red Robin has bottomless fries.
Ooh,
Yes.
Oh, okay. I
So
didn't know
good.
that.
You can get
Yeah,
sweet
so
potato
like,
fries
if I
too.
can just keep getting fries, like just right at one after another, like I've got to go with that. But Ford's Garage does have a much more, they have a better variety of
Yeah.
like meats for your burgers. So you kind of got to take your pick. If you're a burger guy, I feel like Ford's is better. But if you're a fries guy, then probably Red Robin.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I got.
That campfire sauce is so good too.
Ooh.
Justin, do you have like a go-to like post-show meal?
A post-show meal, not really, to be honest. Like I feel like my very first show that I did was McDonald's. That's what I ate afterwards. But I was 18. I lived on McDonald's as a teenager. I haven't eaten McDonald's and I don't know how long now at this point. I genuinely don't.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had a post like a go-to. Like when I would travel to a city and if I'm eating out, I would want something that was unique, like that for that culture, that city.
Yep.
Like I want to experience it. So that, like if I'm gonna go to like I don't know, let's say I'm gonna go to Canada, right? I'm probably not gonna eat Texas Roadhouse in Canada. I'm probably gonna find something that's a little bit more like authentic.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or better yet, like let's just say I'm going to Europe. I'm not going to go to McDonald's in Europe. I'm going to find something over there that's authentic that I can't get at home.
Sure.
So like when I do shows or when I did shows, that was my go-to. Is I wanted to try something new.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
what'd you do in like Hong Kong?
That's the one I didn't do a whole lot because I'm really not that big on Chinese food.
Yeah, like real Chinese food.
Yeah,
Like-
it's honestly it's kind of the same with like real Mexican food. Most people I know that eat Tex-Mex, like what we eat, pretty much it's almost pretty much every Mexican restaurant in the US.
Yeah.
If you go to Mexico and have real authentic Mexican food, it does not taste the same at all.
No.
It's not close. Like real Mexicans will laugh at the stuff that we eat here. Now,
Yeah.
because we're accustomed to eating this, I like this better because I have eaten Mexican food from Mexico and it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
It's like a little bland.
It's very, very spicy. They like their shit on fire.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yeah, dude, if it ain't gonna like melt your taste buds off, they don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
And like I've tried the street tacos, like legit real street tacos, and they were good, but it was like it was not anything that like I'm just dying to go back to that.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's basic food, right? It's like pieces of steak with cilantro and lime,
Yeah.
and some white onion.
It's nothing special, yeah.
But what'd you get in like Australia? Like, what's the food out? Well, you said it's quality's really good. What'd you get?
Probably like steaks, huh?
No, we went to this place. It's called Grilled, and we got burgers and fries there, but it was sweet potato fries, and also I ate a lot of kangaroo when I was in
I
Australia.
was going to ask.
Oh, yeah.
I was just about to ask. Yeah.
I did,
I heard
and
that.
surprisingly, they had kangaroo that was 99% lean. So when you think about 99% lean, like lean meat, it's usually going to taste dry.
Dry,
right?
yeah.
It was not. It was not dry at all. It actually, like, I thought, like, one of the food prep companies, they gave me some of it. And I was like, I know y'all sauced this shit up.
Oil.
So I bought some at the store and I cooked it myself. And turns out it was pretty much the same.
Wow.
It was kind of no BS. Like, I actually liked the kangaroo meat. It was ground. I don't know what a kangaroo steak would taste like. Do what?
What did it taste like?
Imagine if you took beef and sausage and like kind of mashed it together and
Ooh,
made
that sounds good.
Fuck.
Sounds amazing.
That sounds really good.
that's how I would describe it.
To Australia we go, boys.
Let's
I
go.
know.
That's how I would describe it. It was like a beef patty and a sausage patty had a baby.
I like it.
Okay. That sounds good.
This sounds good.
But I will say this: the sweets over there, like if you just go to their grocery stores and you go to the bakery section, ours is like there's just so much to choose from. They don't have quite as much of a selection as we do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's also why they don't have near as many fat people as we do. As
I was
well.
going to say,
That's
because
true.
it probably helps keep control of the fat people.
Yeah,
Checks
I
out.
mean, when I was in Hong Kong, I don't remember seeing one fat Asian.
Oh
Not
no,
one.
probably not.
No, everyone there was definitely under like 20, probably under 20% body fat.
Yeah.
See, say what you want, but shaming has its place. You know what I mean? It keeps things at bay.
Starting to sound like Duke Gomez here. It says bring back bullying.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh fuck.
That's awesome. That is
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, I apologize for being late, guys. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys want to wrap it up, or
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, we're good. If you
yeah?
want to roll, we can roll. If not, it's up to you guys.
Well,
Well,
Justin, you got any questions, or?
I am like, dude, I've been like ticking down the different topics that I had for Justin.
So
Do
I
you
got a
want, do you
question.
want, okay, yeah.
So this is from actually Derek, your client.
Okay.
Yeah, he says Justin's worst client experience ever.
Oh man, I've got a few. I've got a few doozies. Let me think here.
All right.
Probably the worst experience I ever had was it genuinely it made me feel terrible, and I didn't know what was going on with this. I had a guy one time, and he ended up in the ER. And so this story already makes me look bad, right? Starting this out. He didn't tell me what had happened. He didn't tell me the full truth of what had happened. I got a phone call a week later from like his best friend. And I guess he didn't realize like that I coached the other guy too. Like I
Yeah.
guess he wasn't connecting the dots on this. So going into peak week, he asked me about using a couple of different diuretics. And I said, no. I said, we don't need to do any of that shit. Now, I want to point out, I didn't know that he had an alcohol problem. I did not know this at all, which has nothing to do with me or the coaching or the prep.
Sure.
He
No.
didn't, to the best of my knowledge, he wasn't drinking during prep. However, you know, when people have like an addiction, that's like the first thing they want to do, like when they get the chance.
Yep.
So I think I told him in total was like one full diazide. That was
Oh,
like the full amount. That's what we did. And that was over the course of a 24-hour period. Well, I just told him, I said, you know, go home, rehydrate, drink some water, or go back to your room, drink some water. Usually the first thing I'll tell everyone is have at least 2 liters of water before you go pound food. Try to rehydrate. Even if you didn't take a diuretic, you're still dry to some extent. Go
yeah.
rehydrate, take care of that.
Yeah.
Makes you feel way
And
better too.
yeah, you immediately come right back to life. Like within 15 minutes, you feel like a different person. To just
Yeah.
chug a liter of like good cold water.
Mhm.
So I tell him that, kind of go on about my business. I find out Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, it was either Monday or Tuesday, but he had collapsed, like was in the ER. And I kind of felt like I was getting the blame for this. And to be fair,
Yeah.
I was willing to take the blame for this. I was like, you know, like what did this was like early on in my coaching career. And I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, you know, like what did I do? Like, you know, I don't understand. Like, I didn't do anything crazy with this guy. Like, what's going on? And they said his electrolytes were so bad. Like I guess he was like
Oh,
on the verge of like a heart attack because of how bad they were.
Well,
Like not kidney issues, but like you know when your potassium sodium gets off, it
yeah.
can screw with your heart.
Yeah.
So like he was in there for a couple of days getting fluids pumped into him. Well, I feel like I'm being blamed for this. And like I said, at that point, I was like, I was debating. I was like, maybe I should pay this guy's deductible. You know, like this is my fault.
Yeah.
I later went on to find out he had in aldactones. He had doubled up the diazide, and then after the show, because he wanted to stay lean, apparently he was hitting Lasix after the show because he didn't want to blow
Uh,
up.
What
And
the
it was
fuck?
party time after the show. So there
yeah.
was like 3 days of pure drunkenness for 3 days. Like he literally stayed drunk, like beer at night, mimosas in the morning, and went 3 days, and then just almost fucking fell over. And when I found all that out, I was like, "Fuck this guy!" Like,
Yeah.
like not. I like him, but like, don't blame me for what you did. You
right.
know,
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
was not my fault at all.
I thought
I
you were
feel
going
I'm
like,
to
trying
say
to
like,
think of any other.
I thought you were going to say like, yeah, I told him to take a shot of vodka to
Yep.
like dry
yeah,
him
yeah. And he
out, and then
fucking
it fucking
took
Take
the
the
whole
whole
handle.
bottle.
flicked the switch, and he
No,
just
no,
went
I
on a
haven't had
bender.
that.
I feel like at that point though, it only takes like one shot for you to get fucked up.
It
100%.
will
Like when
hit
you're
you a
that
lot
lean,
harder.
like
Yes.
yeah,
Dude,
like I
remember
don't
at
know,
North
you have to
Americans?
go. Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, I fucking it was weird. All the places closed. I couldn't find any like vodka, so we had to like walk across the street to the bar. And I remember like taking it in there, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm already like a little buzzed, like walking back. It felt great, but
That's probably the yeah, it definitely hits you a lot harder. But that was probably
yeah,
my worst experience because I blamed myself and I felt
Dude,
guilty
yeah,
for
that's
that for
fucked up.
like a week straight because I was questioning myself like, dude, if you're putting people in the hospital, you don't need to be doing this shit. Like,
Yeah, right.
this is not the right choice for you. And then when I find that out, I'm like, of course, there's always other variables here that
Well,
no
you're
one
like,
wants to talk about.
yeah, but that guy also went over and above the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
like
dick move.
realistically, I mean, I'm assuming there was a lot of probably a lot of junk food involved in that, and then adding alcohol to that. So like, you don't have any water, you're adding alcohol, you're adding Lasix, and then you're pumping yourself full of sodium.
Yeah.
You're
You're
This is
asking.
a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's fucking crazy. Oh, New York Pros next weekend. Who do you guys got winning it? Let's just
I
go.
don't even know who's doing it.
Dude, Antonio looks nasty, dude.
Oh yeah, sorry, Tonio. Tonio's
If
probably gonna
Tonio's doing it, he's probably
I'll be
going
right
to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rizzo
Yeah.
coming too, though.
Yeah.
Who?
He's
Rizzo.
Chriso. He looks crazy, but he just
yeah,
the
that's right.
shape, his
I
shape
know.
though. But
He looks,
I don't know. He
I
has so
mean,
much muscle.
he looks
That
gnarly.
could be a coin toss because Crizzo's is a lot like he's significantly bigger than Tonio.
Yeah.
Like if you've ever met him in person, he's about 6'1" or 6'2", very large frame guy. Like there's some recent pictures of him standing beside Andrew, and he stands like eye to eye with Andrew, and Andrew's tall.
Right.
So Crizzo's has got a lot more size on him, but Tonio 100% will be in shape, and he's got shape.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You got
if I had to
Wow.
pick, I would probably go Tonio just because of the prettier structure. And it's not like he's small. I mean, he don't weigh as much as Crizzo's, but he's not a small guy.
So he's up
Yeah.
15 pounds.
Yeah, he's up like 13 pounds from his Mexico show last year.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
And, you've
I don't
got
know
Dude,
how
he looked insane at E Cup. Like he looked insane.
yeah.
I
you've
don't
got
know how
Rafael
true
Brandao,
or
too.
not true it is, but like I was told that he, and this is again through the grapevines, he doesn't really take off season near. It's kind of like a Kevin Levrone.
Yeah.
You know, it's like off season we're like just playing around. So if you take a guy like that who has that much genetic structure, or he has that much genetic potential, and he's got the structure, and now all of a sudden he gives it his all year round, that's when you start seeing like those big improvements out of a veteran.
Yeah.
He's not a rookie anymore. He's definitely a veteran bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if he's actually up that much in weight and he still replicates his conditioning, he's going to walk away with that.
Mhm. Yeah.
The guy
Those are
gets
the
away
only
with
two,
eating
like-
burgers.
Those are the only two front runners, right? Like I don't know who else is
You
doing
got
it.
Rafael Brandao.
Oh yeah, okay.
He'll beat him. Like he still
Yeah.
won't come close. to
Was
him.
Yeah.
Curry doing New York or is he doing
Pittsburgh.
No,
I think-
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, yeah.
You said Curry?
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Why would Brandon do either one of those?
I don't know. They just said he was hopping into
Maybe
money.
because Pittsburgh is 100,000, right?
Yeah.
I
Get a nice little check in his pocket.
don't know.
Yeah, like I mean, or he could just it could be like his
could
last
be
year,
like
and he's
his-
just like
yeah.
fuck it, yeah.
It
Make
could
him-
be because Brandon, I mean, surprisingly, he had a good Olympia appearance. I'll give him that. Like,
yeah.
to be fair, I'm not going to write Brandon off because I've been writing Brandon off for several years, and every year he
Yeah,
proves me
right.
wrong.
I think
Yeah.
for Pittsburgh it'll be between him and Tonio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think he could beat Antonio if he brings the same that he
Yeah.
was.
And Tonio just is. He's like younger, so he has like a better polish to his physique right now.
Yeah, it does have a little
So-
bit more fullness and freshness to it.
Yeah. So, and especially like in the lower half where Brandon,
Brandon's
isn't the
He's still
strongest.
full in his legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's starting to get that washed out kind of look on his quads right now.
Yeah, like the quads aren't as deep like cuts anymore.
He
But
could've
there's
pushed
there's
Martin,
two
though.
poses. I don't think anybody's going to beat Brandon on a side chest or a side tricep.
No.
Oh yeah, so he'll still
Not
be
gonna get him
thicker
there.
than Tonio. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's just the shape, the way he hits those poses. Like it
Yeah.
it flows from like head to toe.
Uh-huh.
And he's just
Right.
smiling too. He just knows he's hitting it too.
Yep, he knows that
Yeah.
that's his pose.
Yeah, so I went on the RBP, like predictions thing. So they have Tonio, Crizzo, Blessing, Brandao,
For New York.
yeah, Patrick Moore,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Devin Barnes, and then Matt Grego is in the open.
No
Really?
way.
No
He's on the
way.
open list, which is weird because they also have
Huh.
classic. So I don't know. He's on the open
Well,
for
he
the
said he was going to do it and he wasn't going to do it soon, but now it looks like I guess he's going to give it a run and see.
He's been growing at a pretty rapid pace, though.
yeah.
That's a hard
So
lineup to
maybe,
go up against. So your first time.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know if I would want to do it at the New York Pro, but he may shock us on that. I'm not sure.
Um,
Blessing's a guy I feel like I just think he missed his mark really bad at the last show that he did
Yep.
so
because how he looked on Instagram a few days out, or maybe it was like a week out. Like most of the time when I look at Blessing, I'm like potential, 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 not there yet. But then I looked at the photos, I'm like, maybe he's arrived. Like I
Yeah.
think he is here. But then on stage, I don't know if it was a diuretic thing, maybe too much carbs. Like he just didn't have it. He missed the peak. He missed the mark.
Yeah.
right.
But I do think if Blessing can hit the mark, I don't know if it would be enough to. I don't think it would be enough to beat Tonio right now, and I don't know if it'd be enough to beat Krizzos. But I do think if he slips, I think Brandeo can beat him. I don't think he would come
Yeah.
third. But if he
Yeah.
comes in on, I think he can definitely secure a third, or maybe he could get up into a second place if he really brings his conditioning right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Crizzo can't fucking pose like he couldn't pose last year.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
He's
Crizzo.
been posing with Summerfield.
Oh, has
Yeah, I
he?
saw that. That's actually it.
Yeah.
Kind of gave me a little bit of hope that he's going to bring a much better package.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you notice, like he had was a shoulder surgery, wasn't it?
Shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoulder.
The only thing I can say is if you look at it carefully, and I don't mean to be like the guy who points out the flaws, but like one arm is not the last time we saw him on stage, anyways. It was not the same as the other side. So it kind of threw the symmetry off. But like when he would hit his back double, and another guy like Mark Hector, when he had his shoulder surgery, if you look, I mean, I guess you would call it a successful surgery, but that's how surgeons call it, right? Even when it's not. His entire like the teres, the lat, the shoulder, it looks a little different. Like it throws the symmetry,
Yeah.
the balance off. And I think Crizzo's was off last year, but I also think he had the surgery and rushed right into a show too.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like he was just didn't really give his recovery enough time. So Crizzo's his could be improved on that with the posing and just like again any asymmetrical flaws from the surgery. Unfortunately, with Mark, I think they just butchered Mark's shoulder.
Yeah.
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 Which sucked because man, he
He
looks
was a
good and
top
he had
level guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anybody like you see currently like on the circuit that you're like, man, this dude's got all the potential in the world, and if they just fucking nail it, they're never gonna stop.
The one guy right now that I have a lot of faith in that, and he's already got hype. And to be fair about it, I didn't know about him until Prague. You know what I'm talking about?
Who?
I don't know if I'm getting his name. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. So, and I've probably butchered it every
Johan?
time. Yes, is it
Oh,
Johan or
that dude's
Johan?
big right now.
I don't think it's Joan. It's
Oh,
I think it's Joan.
Fidelis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that guy. I mean, if he actually
big.
legit weighs 320 pounds right now, like he's a very big guy and he's got shape to go with it too, and he
Yeah.
can get in shape.
Yeah.
Like I don't think
Yeah.
I think Prague was his best conditioning, even though he won a pro show already, but or no,
No,
Six seconds.
he
Yeah,
lost to
just-
Presti, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he lost that show because he wasn't 100% conditioned. If he would have been on, he would have easily smoked it.
Yeah.
So I think with a little bit of fine tuning on that guy, he's got a very large frame. He's got shape. He's got structure, and he's also a marketable guy. The way he looks.
Right.
So you take all that into, and he's got social media backing. Like you ain't got to worry about that. He's got the following. He has the influence per se.
Right.
That guy could be a really big problem, potentially even this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I
for
think
sure.
this year he could make a dent, and I think he's probably the guy that a lot of people are sleeping on.
Yeah.
I agree.
Who's what's your like early prediction for the Olympia?
I think we're going to see Andrew take it this year.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as like I hate to say this, but like
There's so much hype.
Yeah, he's got height behind him. Let's say Derek is truly 100%. And like, I
Yeah,
don't know Andrew, and I do know Derek, and I like Derek. So like, it feels weird for me to go against him to say that he might lose. But the
right.
reason I'm going to say that is because Derek has been, and I don't understand why. Like people,
Yeah,
the internet's a very vicious place, but
sure.
like he's been one of the most disrespected Mr.
Yeah,
Olympias ever. Like, and the thing is, like, I had him winning this past year. I does
yeah, yeah,
like he's got his flaws. Yeah, we all have flaws. Still, he's had flaws. Ronnie Coleman had flaws. Like there's
right.
Dorian Yates had flaws. We can pick flaws on people.
Yeah,
So he had some issues that I would say, but he was still the best bodybuilder on that day, in my opinion. And just so happens that day would have put him the best bodybuilder in the world.
yeah,
So, but because the fans have shown a lot of like disrespect and like hatred towards the guy, I feel like they may take that into consideration because that's
yeah.
the ambassador, the guy who has to represent the sport. And because everyone loves Andrew, I'm just looking at and Andrew don't look bad. Andrew's continuing to get better. And I'm like, okay, like this may not play in Derek's favor. And it sucks for him. It really fucking sucks for him, the fact that he doesn't get the respect that he deserves.
Yeah.
But I think that could take a factor into it.
So you don't think if Samson comes in like really good,
I
you
think
don't think
Samson was going to be another guy I was going to say that could potentially do it.
okay.
Um, if
We'll get to
Samson, we need to see the 2024 version of him with that
sure.
tolerance. Like last year was actually a true case of a guy who pushed it a little too far
Yeah,
because he was struggling to get the detail, and then when he
yeah,
got the detail, he lost that wow freak factor.
yeah. I mean, we'll get to see them stand next to each other at Pittsburgh for the guest posing. Andrew's going to look better, obviously, because he just competed. But
Yeah, he just came off
uh,
the Arnold.
I just think
yeah,
Samson's
so
legs are gonna blow Andrew's away because Andrew's legs have been kind of going away
they're
pretty quick.
it's just different shapes. Samson's has like the really round quad, where
Bubbly.
Yeah.
yeah, they're just rounder everywhere. I mean, like his physique is, I think, rounder. So if they're both like 100% like condition, I just prefer Samson's look better, but
If
you
he,
know, he hasn't brought it all together yet.
if he
So
could truly bring 100%,
yeah,
I think it's Samson's going to be a little bit of a wild card on this because we don't know what angle he's playing.
Yeah.
And if he tries to show up at like 315 pounds or something, I think he's going to be a little bit soft. But what was he at this past year's Olympia?
280
Probably
something.
he was 280
280.
something,
Yeah,
Yeah,
was
he
a
went hard.
287, which is small for him, I guess, compared to 300 or whatever he was.
I'd
Yeah.
take it all day.
I mean, if he could replicate what we saw when he did win the Olympia, I think he can take it back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
just about like right now, it's like I don't really know how to feel about that because last year he was pretty far off of like his best.
yeah,
I
he was
thought,
really small for him. Yeah,
yeah. So like it just depends on. I mean, I look at things like age because he's not exactly a young buck anymore. But then again,
oh,
I don't like to use that as an excuse because when I was 27 or 28, I said there's no way a 47-year-old is going to beat me, and Dexter beat me. So
yeah.
there's that.
Well,
So it
yeah,
is possible. And then Brandon Curry, we were just talking about Brandon. Like I've been writing Brandon off due to age for like 5 years, and I realized
yeah,
I ain't going to write him off until he retires because he always proves everyone wrong.
That's right.
So it's like I'm not going to sit here and say. I mean, Samson, even though he's over 40, but he doesn't have a
I,
lot of miles on his body because he hasn't really been bodybuilding that long. To be
yeah.
fair about it,
I think
but he
he's
may be able to pull it
40.
off.
I think he's 40, but Andrew's 41.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Andrew's a little older, I think.
Well,
Which
Bonak's
I,
like 43 too.
yeah, but I
yeah,
think Bonak has regressed a little bit.
yeah,
In
for
his
sure.
arms. Yeah.
Well, I think it's just he's losing the shape. Like the waist is getting a little bigger. He's still like round and full, but yeah, it's not. He's not as like polished as he used to be.
Yeah, I think it'll be. I think your top four will still be. Sorry, I'm going to say your top three is going to be Derek, Sampson, and Andrew.
Yeah.
I don't know about Hottie. Like, I'm just not.
I,
He doesn't
yeah.
have that same look that he had a couple of years ago.
No.
Oh, he's losing it.
Especially, like, I think the hamstrings are going a little bit. Where in the side shots, he's already lost a ton of size. And standing next to those four guys that are pretty good from the side it's going to be hard
Going to
for him.
expose him, yeah.
And especially if Derek's legs are full like it was last Olympia, dude, blown Hottie's legs away. On the side.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Hottie lost to Nick finally, so
Yeah, so getting into like the fourth or fifth place position, who would you guys think? I mean, I don't think Hottie will go lower than fifth, so I think
No.
he'll definitely be there.
I think it'll be
But
Martin or Hottie, and then Curry will be somewhere in there too in the top.
Are you not throwing Nick in there because you don't know if he's competing?
I don't think he's going to compete, dude. I think he's going to chill, but I don't know.
I feel like he's going to compete.
Then if he is, that changes everything.
It'd be a fucking sneak attack if he does.
Yeah.
I think Nick could come in. Nick and Martin is like I don't know if we've ever seen both of them at their very best side by side.
Yeah.
Because Nick's beaten Martin and now Martin is beating Nick.
Yeah.
So like they've proven that they can beat each other.
They flip flop now.
Yeah, when Nick's been 100%, Martin wasn't, and when Martin was 100%, Nick wasn't. So it's like, it's not really fair to call that.
Is Martin going to do the Olympia this year?
He's qualified.
Assume. Yeah, he's qualified because he won Prague.
Yeah.
So Stefan,
I think Prague was his best look. Yeah, he was peeled.
Word on the street is Stefan said that if he's mentally in a good spot to start prep, he will.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's taken a hard hit with everything that's happened here recently.
Yeah. Real quick, what do you think about that new big guy, this Sergey, the Russian dude? He's like 350 pounds too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
100 IU.
100 IU guy.
Yeah, he does look pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah.
He said in the video, I guess I hashed it out with one of his followers. Like, I feel like they got it like, so I didn't know this. We actually I was on Beatty's show. I had no idea about the 100 IU a day thing. Apparently that was only for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, but when Beatty brought it up, like, I went with the knowledge that was given to me, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
Dude, I've heard of some wacky stuff, but like 100—that's a box a day.
I know.
Like, it's not even about the money at that point. It's like, how did you tolerate? Did you have fake stuff? Because how did you even tolerate that?
Oh my God!
I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, there's so many questions I would have on that.
Yeah.
But I remember we talked about it, and again, I was just talking about the information that was presented to me. One of his followers, tried to come at me and pretty much you need to put respect on his name. I was like, I ain't got anything against him. I said, but you know what? Maybe I'll just shit on him on the next podcast just because he's an asshole. So I don't want to do that because I don't have anything against Sergey at all.
Yeah.
I don't know the guy. But I don't think he has the shape to get into a top 5, or I don't know if he's got the shape to get into the top 10 or not.
Yeah, that's the big. That's kind of the big question. Everyone's kind of debating whether he's going to get. Is he even qualified?
Yeah.
He qualified last year.
So the thing is if he's going to crack the top 10 or not. But I mean, there's a lot of good guys in the top 10. Like, does he beat Antonio?
No.
Does he beat? Yeah, and
he beat Quentin. Quentin.
Yeah, but I feel like quite a few guys. Oh, that's a good one because he beat Quentin too. Joe beat Quentin too last year, right?
Yeah. Well, they went 50-50 because Quint got him in Tampa and then Joe beat him in Texas.
Okay, so does Sergey beat a Joe?
No.
Not now.
Also, Sergey won in his home country. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then he lost to Presti last year too.
Yeah.
Wait, Sergey lost to Presti?
I think so, didn't he?
I think
Did
Oh, I
so.
didn't know that.
I think he
Didn't
did.
he got third in China, and Presti got first or second?
Oh, maybe. I know
Yeah, I
his
didn't know that.
debut he won, and that's when he beat Quint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
here you guys can talk. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I have to find out.
but yeah, that guy's he's a freak. I don't.
Who's the other guy? The guy that he hangs out with, Andre something, right?
Oh,
The
the
forearm guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ringhoff
he's
or something like that. Yeah.
he's like 350, 360 pounds as well.
Dude, he's got gigantism because, like, you look at like all
His
of them.
His
It's
palms,
just,
He does,
everything
yeah.
about the guy is huge.
you know, he's like Andre the Giant kind of fucking body
Yeah.
parts. You know, it looks like
Yeah.
a CGI. Like when he fucking holds a glass, it's like
Yeah, it doesn't look normal.
It's a myth. Just
yeah. I mean, I feel bad for his girlfriend, or maybe she's very happy. Who knows?
oh, fuck. Oh.
Yeah, I can't find it.
But trying to see if I've got anything else coming through here. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the season though. It's like really about to start kicking off here in the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week when it's going to start.
I think it's going to show a lot of the direction of the season in these next 2 weeks. So,
Yeah, I think it'll give a lot of clarity. Like at the beginning of the show, we were talking about the female categories too. I think it'll give a lot more clarity of what direction it's headed in.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
needed.
Yeah, like what era are we in? Are we in the shape over everything era? Are we in the conditioning? Are we the mass
Yeah.
monster? Kind of gone from the mass monster kind of era. I think they're looking at for open. They're looking at taller, more shapely guys that are taking
Yeah.
up more space. So, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens when Samson and Andrew stand around Derek. It's gonna look
Yeah. Well, he might guest post at Pittsburgh too.
right. That's what I mean. I think
Derek?
we're going to see a lot.
Yeah, I think I think Derek will definitely be their guest post.
Well,
Yeah.
Samson.
Yeah.
And-
You know who
Yeah,
I'm
so-
excited to see guest pose too is the classic kid that they're comparing his back to Dorian Yates. Like it's
Oh,
Oh,
the
Jose-
Brazilian guy.
Josema?
Oh, Josema.
Ozema.
yeah.
Now.
He's guest posing at with Samson and those guys at Pittsburgh too.
Is he staying in Classic or is he going to Open?
Well, that's the big
He's staying
question
in
mark
Classic
right
this
now.
year, I think.
I
Yeah.
think he's like 280 with his glutes are starting to come in.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
ain't
So
gonna be great.
real quick, Andrea Presti. It was that Shang Long Shen guy. He got first. Andre Presti got second, and Sergey got third to him
Okay.
last year.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
Those Asian shows out there, man, I feel like
Home
they
cooking.
go hard for their home team.
Yeah, a little bit.
I like seeing the Japanese show because you'll see like Americans, Japanese, and at the bottom it's all the Koreans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bargain.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
I gotta
You
get going, boys.
Yeah. I was gonna say we've been on for a little bit, but
Oh yeah.
thank you for
Justin,
coming
this
on,
is
Justin.
awesome, dude.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
you're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah,
I'll talk to you
appreciate
guys again
it.
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're obviously
Thanks.
going to the Tampa Pro this year, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see you there. I'll come and
Banana
introduce
pudding at the
myself in
Tampa
person.
Pro.
Yeah, I'll be there probably on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
So I'll be there early this year.
Awesome.
Sweet.
All right.
Sweet. We'll have to get up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely hit me up. Let me know. We'll figure something out.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right,
We'll
guys.
train at Derek's gym, or maybe we'll find
Yeah.
a hole in the wall gym or something.
That'd be
Counterculture. You'll
gotta
probably
go
like that gym.
counterculture.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hit me up on like a week out because I probably won't remember that between
I
now
got
and
you.
then.
I'll text
We
you.
gotcha.
Yeah, I'll text you.
That's
All
awesome.
right, man. I'll catch you
All
guys
right,
later.
guys.
I'm gonna
Later,
jump
guys.
out into
Later.
bed.
We'll see you.
Thanks, Justin.
All right, man. Have a